Buff Nation, what up? BWB, my bandwagon buffs. Y'all give me a second and make sure this audio is on correctly. Let's make sure. All right, we going. Camera's on correctly. Let's go. Buff Nation, what up? BWB, my bandwagon buffs. What it is, what it does, and what it's gonna be. It's your man's Harry Billion. Family, welcome to the Liberian Perspective. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up, and don't forget to give me the don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. But family, listen, I gotta go ahead and get into this live stream real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. And let's work. We got to work. I was not expected to do a video today or to do a live stream today, but there has been some information that has come out that is compelling me to come on here and do a video. So I have to go ahead and get into it. Good morning, Salty. Salty want to get right into it. Salty Vet want to get right into it. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, hopefully you can hear me. We got to get into the video real quick. Chani, what up with you? All right, you can hear me good. All right, so if you guys are watching this live, that's cool. If you're watching it on the restream because you either at work, I'm going to try my best to put up some of the comments that we are having as we are talking live. But yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into it. All right. Kavosiey Smoke tweeted something. He put something on X that is a little controversial, and we want to talk about it on this video. I'm going to provide my perspective. And Game of Pawns, what up? Glad you can hear me. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. I think my eyes are a little bit red because I just went to sleep not too long ago. And so I was not supposed to come on here and do a video because I'm still tired from the game last night. Still exhausted, still a little something. But anyways, let's get right into it. We got to talk about what he tweeted because it's important. It's important to read into the narrative that that a lot of us have been saying, especially me on this channel. Last night, I was even rude, I guess. What Slap Happy said, man, you're yelling at your guest. So I must apologize to Shalonda. I have to start off by saying I apologize to anybody that felt offended. If I was screaming at you guys, I apologize on the live stream last night. If I was screaming at you on the live stream last night, I apologize. It came off a little rude, and one of the guests says like you're yelling at your guests. So I apologize, Shalonda, if I came off a little offensive. But this is the passion of the game. This is my passion. And when I'm saying something and people like putting up laughing emojis and trying to clown me like I don't know what I'm talking about, I feel some kind of way. So I feel like, I have to kind of prove my point. And in trying to prove my point, I may have offended one of my guests, and I want to say I apologize for that if you felt offended. But once again, the narrative that I've had that we need to run the ball more has been proven. Even from last night when I was screaming it and people have been telling me that I'm crazy, that here we go again. So I just want to put it out there. Most of the things that I've said, almost everything that I've said has been proven in some kind of way. I didn't tweet Kavosiey. I didn't call him to say, yo, put that out. But when I'm saying something, when I say something here on this channel, it's almost always proven. And I think this is further proof of what I've been saying, that we need to run the ball and that the run works. And you know what? A lot of y'all don't know what's going on. So let's go ahead and then I'll get into my narrative, because right now I'm tired from last night's working. I had to work last night. I had to stream the game. For a lot of you, you already know, we had a great time last night. So let's go ahead and play it for those people. Let's go ahead and get the message for those people who don't know, who are just finding out. And then we'll come in. We'll talk about it. Let's go. Let me make sure I got it queued up first so we can make sure we got the right thing. All right, let's make sure we got this queued up. Y'all just give me 1 second, guys. Let me queue this up. Make sure this is right before we get started. All right, let's take that off the screen. That up. Okay, right there. All right, so let's go. All right, so here we go. Julian, what up? Game. Salty, what up? Daryl, what up with you? Y'all please let me know if I'm too loud, okay? I'll try to calm down a little bit. Okay, so y'all see my beautiful backyard back there? This is a family, man. We a family. You guys know me now for almost a year, so I know you know some of my antics. You know I'm emotional. I'm emotional about this team. This is my team. I'm emotional. I'm emotional, guys. Okay, here we go. Stop playing Harry B. Let's get into this. Come on, man. What are you doing? Screen share. Nobody cares you're emotional. We need the information so we can go back to work. Allow. All right, guys. So somebody can just confirm that you are seeing my screen, and I can go ahead. You louder than my wife. Come on, Daryl. Why are you doing this to me? We go way back, Daryl. Come on, Anderson. Lord have mercy. Y'all can see my screen, right, guys? Hey, Daryl, tell me you can see my screen. Stop playing with me. I think I can see my screen. Like I know, it's kind of weird when you're watching this. Okay, it's kind of weird when you're kind of like saying, "Can you see this? Can you see that?" When you're watching it on the restream. All right, so here we go. Okay. All right, so here it is, right here. Kavosiey Smoke at KS20 on X, formerly known as Twitter. Simple fact, bruh. Let me make it bigger, just in case for some of you to see. Simple fact, bruh. We could have went undefeated this year. Too much selfish ball going on, man. Can't win like that. 100, gotta 100%. Gotta play and win as a team. But if you go the other route, you get results like this. And then he's like, I guess he's hitting his he's hitting his hand emoji, and then he got the buffalo on there. All right, so that's what he tweeted. Now, I woke up to this, and I'm like, well, what is this? Is this real? So I checked it. I checked his site. This is him. He tweeted this. If you try to go back and try to get this tweet on his page, it's gone now. This is what you're going to see. When you try to go back to his page, you're going to see this right here. This page doesn't exist. Try searching for something else. So I started recording a video, but then I was like, I got to edit and do all these things, and they really can't see and feel my emotions like I always say to you guys. So I stopped the recording, and I said, let me go live. So here I am. I'm live with you guys. You guys can talk to me in the comments, in the chat, and we can have a conversation about this. But there's something that must be said about this tweet right here. All right? This right here, listen, it says a lot. And then this comes from On3. All right? Sorry, guys, I'm on my screen and I'm not seeing what you're saying in the chat. So give me a second. Let me come back to that screen, and then I'll be able to see what you're saying. But let me just set this up, and then we'll talk about it. So excuse me if I'm ignoring what you're saying, okay? Forgive me. I'm not seeing that screen right now. So this is his post, right? Now, he said, y'all trying to make something bigger than what it is, right? And then he has that emoji. I guess he said he'd be forgetting all this. He'd be forgetting this y'all job. So yeah, this is the media's job. The media's job is to pretty much Take whatever is said about this team and make it available to the fans. And one thing that I want to say, let me come back to y'all. All right, stop screen sharing. I want to say this. I'm going to look at the screen and say, if you are one of the students and you're one of the players on this team and you're watching, don't be naive, okay? When I say, even though they're losing a lot, when I say this is the hottest team, this is the hottest thing spinning, Shedeur Sanders, the Colorado Buffs is the hottest thing spinning. The Washington Post, the video that I just made yesterday, they confirmed that Colorado is the hottest thing spinning in all of sports. Not coming from my words, but in all of sports, coming from the Washington Post, okay? So when you're the hottest thing spinning, everything you do, everything you say is going to be put out into the media. This is information. We're all clamoring for information from this team, anything to hold on to. So every single media outlet, this is going to dominate the news. We're even going to forget the fact that you got trunched yesterday, last night, or whatever day, 3 days ago. Like it went through different days. All right. Somebody tried to set y'all up and gave y'all midnight games. I didn't go to sleep till like 4 o'clock in the morning. What are y'all saying? What did Smoke say? Should I mean, I just said it, right? So let me share it one more time for some of y'all that are just joining. All right, I'm gonna share that one more time because for some people are just joining the chat and just joining the live. So let's go ahead and say it one more time. All right, StreamYard allowed. All right, we're gonna go to it, and here we go. Right here. If you're just joining the live, and you're just joining the chat, here it goes. Right here. Simple fact, bruh. We could have went undefeated this year. Too much selfish ball going on, man. Can't win like that. 100% got to play and win as a team. But if you go the other route, you get results like this. Then he goes, either shaking your head or slapping his head and be like, it should be simpler than that. And then he got the buffalo emoji. So that's what he said. This was tweeted. I found this on the On3 website. I went to his website, and since then, the tweet has been deleted. So you're not going to find it on his page anymore. It has been taken down. You're going to see this right here. This page doesn't exist. But On3 did tag him in that post. So now when you go to his page, this is what he's saying. Y'all trying to make something bigger than what it is. Be forgetting this is your job. This is our job. This is the media's job. This is juicy information. You got to know better than that. Like, come on. You're not new to this. You should be true to this. You know this is our job. Okay? We need information for the fans to know. People, this is barbershop stuff. People, this is the hottest thing spinning. So anything that comes out of this is going to make news. All right, let me come back to y'all. And let me stop sharing my screen. Right there. This is what Kavosiey Smoke. Thank you, Channy. Connie or Channy? Connie? Channy. So that's what he said, right? On your screen right there. So for all the students and for all of those who don't really understand, us media companies, we have AI. I'm giving it away. If you didn't know this before, we have AI, we have RSS feeds, we have bots that are connected to any keyword. It could be the letter T, it could be the letter S for smoke, T for Tom. It could be anything that is associated with Colorado. Anything that hits the media, the second that you press send, it comes to my notification. It goes to the notification of every single media outlet that is out there. And then they have screen capture set up. So as soon as they see it, boom, capture the screen so that in case they posted it for 2 seconds and then erased it. That's the game. In case you didn't know that, okay? That is the game. And y'all please do me a favor and smash that like button. Smash the smash the like button, please. If you're just coming in, let's get more people watching this stream, okay? Please, I appreciate you doing that. Thank you. All right. So the media is out there. I personally have RSS feed that I pay for monthly to give me anything with keywords that has to do with Colorado, Shedeur Sanders, Coach Prime. Give me that information so that I'm not always behind. When I first started this game, I was way behind. People was breaking news and I had nothing. And I'm like, how did they know that? How did they get to know that? So I got hip to the game. I did my research. And then I found out that they're using RSS feeds. They're using bots. They're using AI to get information. Anything that is put out on the internet about you can tweet anything right now that says Coach Prime. It'll come to my phone. It'll come right here, and I will give that information. All right? If you're running a media company like we do, it's imperative that you do that. So I don't understand why Kavosiey Smoke, somebody who is as astute as he is, and he's an OG in the game, why would he put that out knowing that this is our job? I understand if you say that we're taking it out of context or we're making too much of it. I understand that. But anything you put out is going to give us insight into what we're thinking. So Hunt says he's talking about Shedeur and the receivers. We don't know because he didn't say. We're going to draw our own narratives. Okay? We don't know. Kavosiey is he's a running back. He's not a receiver. He's a running back. So you draw that narrative, that's on point. That narrative you just drew, that's on point. But there could be 10 other narratives. That's one is they don't run the ball. That's also on point. So now you just put that out there. You didn't clarify it. They're going to ask you now in the press conference, what did you mean about that? I don't even know that Colorado or Coach Prime is going to allow him to speak to the press about that. So it's you put it out in the media, people are going to take it and they're going to draw their own narratives. That's how this works. So instead of us talking about now the whole how we get to this place, how did we get to getting beat so poorly, so badly last night, this morning, however you want to look at it, to now we're talking about what Kavosiey Smoke did. Because that's hot news. So now let's talk about it. Let's get into the narrative of this. This is how I feel. To a certain extent, the video that I was making, the things that I was going to be saying, to a certain extent, I stand on my belief that the only team that beat us is Oregon. The only team that really beat us is Oregon. And I'm almost trying to believe what he's saying because I feel like we had 10 games won. Why do I believe that? Why is that? It's because the way that we lost, Colorado has not ran the ball. And I've been saying, even last night as I'm screaming, and I had to apologize to Celinda, as I'm screaming saying the run is working, and you tweet, you go Google the rushing yards, and it's a 0.7 something or 7 yards, that's including the quarterback getting sacked. We got to agree to this because Shermer said it in one of the videos that World of Media posted, that the quarterback getting sacked encompasses that statistic takes away from the actual run game when they actually hand the ball off to a running back. So you have Kavosiey Smoke, you got Savion, you got Dylan Edwards, number 9, whose name I can never remember. You got him. Our running back room was projected to be one of the best running back rooms in college football. I'm going to repeat that. Shedeur Sanders, Coach Prime, Colorado Buffalo's running back room was projected by the writers to be one of the best running back rooms in all of college football. All of college football. We all talked about it, how deep our running back room is. Okay? We even added Alton McCaskill to that running back room, who is currently red-shirted. So we have one of the deepest running back rooms. So I knew we could run. Wilkinson, thank you, Jasmine. Thank you so much. Wilkinson, okay? You can have Wilkinson, who is a beast of a running back. So we got one of the toughest running back rooms, but you never saw the running backs. They didn't use them. And then people started saying to me, Harry B., shut up about the running game, because we can't run. We have no O-line that can block. And I kept telling y'all, no, it's not the O-line. It's not the O-line. I made a video that says, stop blaming the O-line. It's not their fault. On the thumbnail, it says run. Go back and go watch that video on my page. So I'm saying we're not running the ball. It's a decision not to run the ball. Smash the like button, please. And if you're not a subscriber, as Wild Dog said, I haven't chosen for only subscribers to be in the chat, but that's just my fault. But please do me a favor and hit the like button, smash that like button so that we can get the video out further, guys. This is my full-time job, and when you do those things, it helps out the channel and it helps me to grow also. So I do appreciate you. I want to say that. So if you like the show, if you like what's the information at least that I bring out here, then you can help me grow by hitting the subscribe button and hitting that like button so that we can get the video out to more people. Thank you. L Boogie, what up? Yeah, L Boogie, that's the, you gotta have a line to run. That's the narrative that I've been getting. But what y'all not looking at is the actual run statistic, not the quarterback getting sacked. Because if you look in the statistics, you would say that Colorado cannot run the ball this year because the quarterback is dropping 10 to 15 yards in shotgun, and then he's deciding to hold the ball so long, he won't throw it into coverage, so he takes a sack. And that's been happening. So when you take those 10, 15 yards that he just lost and you average it with the run yards, you know what I'm saying? You're only getting dismal numbers. We're in the red. So that's understandable. And I really hope that you guys who are football people really understand that. And the non-football people, please accept those numbers. I'm begging you. In Liberian language, we say, hey, my man, I'll hold your foot. I'll hold your foot. Okay? I beg you. Please take those numbers and accept those numbers. That's how this works. It's not from me. Pat Shermer said it on a well-loved media video that the sacks, the quarterback running around trying to run for his life and get something happen, if he gets sacked, those numbers are included in the run game, the run average. My man, my Pekin, my get in. I hold your full. Y'all, please take that information and pocket in your brain somewhere so that we can move on. If you understand that, then you will understand my further arguments or my further assessments of the team and their ability to run the ball. Please, I hold your full. Please take that into consideration when you make your further arguments, okay? Stop saying the line can't block. Because we have positive yards when we actually take the actual run information, we can run. I'm so tired of saying that over and over again. Like at a certain point, you got to come to the realization that that is facts. It's facts. Okay. So 4.8 yards carry. All right, 4.8 yards average on this is just average. That includes if we lose yardage and then we gain more yardage. You see what I'm saying? So 4.8 is a darn good number for running. 4 yards on first down. Okay, we got only 10 yards to go to get a first down. We got 4 yards. We lose another yard. then we don't gain no yard, and then we get 8 yards. You keep running, you're gonna get first. Excuse me. You keep running, you're gonna get first downs, and eventually you're gonna keep the ball moving, and then you can throw the ball. Colorado this entire season refused to run the ball. You had Kavosiey Smoke, you got Dylan Edwards, you got what is his name again? Number 9, Wilkinson. All right. You got Alton McCaskill. They all disappeared. They're in your locker room, been projected by the writers. And if you don't understand by the writers, for those of you who are new to this channel, the writers are the one that write for the team, or the writers are the one that covers the sport, and they know the details of how the teams are going to fare out. If you look at the stats today, if you look at all of the stats across college football, those are the statistics that were predicted by the writers. Okay? Those are predictions by the writers. So the writers do have some credibility. They're not always right, but for the most part, they get it right. A lot of them said that Colorado was going to be a 3.5, maybe 2 to 3.5 win team. They overachieved by 0.5. That's the writers. Okay? So, in case you didn't know. Now, Colorado's record is not indicative of what Tony Casolo saying that we were going to be 8-4 or whatever we're going to be. It's not indicative of that, because Colorado has to do certain things to make that happen. We cannot predict whether Colorado, Coach Prime, Shedeur Sanders, is going to refuse to run the ball or not, or he's going to run the ball. We didn't know that. We thought when you're doing your predictions, it's based on simple football operation. You need to run. You need to have a certain percentage of the run game, and you need to balance that out with with some throwing. If you fail to do those things, then guess what happens? Your record is going to show what it shows now. Allah Kavosiey Smoke tweeting that. Selfish ball going on. Whether he was talking about Shedeur targeting Travis Hunter too much, or he's looking for only specific receivers to throw to, whether he was talking about that, or he was saying also that we got to run the ball more. We don't know now. Now, can't nobody stand on, oh, I'm correct, because we don't know. All we have is that. But they're all plausible. He's a running back saying that. So if he's a running back saying that, and the dude barely got the ball, we barely saw Kavosiey Smoke this year. It said that he didn't watch tape, according to Coach Prime. Guys, I'm so sorry. MS Lovely, what up with you? I'm so sorry. I'm talking. I'm looking here, and I'm not seeing the comments. So I'm so sorry. I'm being rude. Oh, why are you yelling? Oh, my bad. Let me turn the microphone down a little bit. Microphone check. Mic check. Mic check. What went wrong? I was yelling, man. That's what went wrong. I was yelling. The microphone is closer to me now. If you guys watched any of my lives before, I didn't have this set up. I found the little thing for my microphone. I'm gonna show y'all. Let me just calm down. Give me a second. David, what up with you? Shantae, what up with you? I'm not yelling. Okay, thank you for backing me up. You see this little piece right here? This little piece connects to this pole right here, and I could not find this little piece right here. I had no idea where it was. So I couldn't put my microphone on a pole. So now I finally found it, and it's closer to my mouth. So if I'm yelling, forgive me. But I'm passionate about this. This is my team. And in the beginning, I kept saying, let me not say in the beginning, once I realized what we were not doing, guys, once I realized that we were being deficient in the run, I started harping on that and I started screaming that. I started saying, my goodness, what is it that we're not running? Even in one game, me and her music is her music sound good or something like that. We started saying, and if you just coming into the chat, Channing or Connie, on your screen, this is what Kavosiey Smoke said. All right. So we had a moment where I was like, what in the world? Like, I feel like Shedeur should go to the NFL because Shedeur is holding the team back. And even last night, I said the same thing. I said, take Shedeur out because Shedeur affects the game plan. The second that Shedeur came out the game, we started game planning regular football. We started running the ball because we don't trust the other quarterback as well as we do Shedeur. So as soon as Shedeur leaves the game, we run the ball right away. So I'm like, so then are the anonymous coaches right? Are some of the detractors right? They're talking about daddy ball. They're saying the anonymous coach is saying they're stat padding Shedeur to try to get him to the NFL. Are they right? Are we just throwing the ball because we trust Shedeur too much, or because we want Shedeur's numbers to be Heisman numbers? When you run the ball 50% of the time, which is required, 50% of the time, which is required for you to be in games on this level, that's 50% of the time Shedeur cannot throw the ball. You guys realize that we throw the ball 90% of the time. You cannot win games just throwing 90% of the time, even though you have what is it called? I forget. The RPO. You have run pass option. Shedeur was not groomed to be a run guy. He was not. He's a pass first quarterback. Big John, I wish he could hear you. What does Big John say? I'm not saying that the detractors and those anonymous coaches saying stat padding was going on. I'm not saying they're correct. So I just want to put that on the record. I'm not saying they're correct. But when these type of things start to come out, when the players themselves are saying some of these things, are we now to read into the narrative that other people have? Isn't it plausible to say, well, they may have a point now? That the fact that Shedeur, when we were losing, we're losing, and we just keep throwing the ball back to back to back. And we know that the pressure can get off of Shedeur if he runs the ball. Yet, Shedeur gets hurt the second time. He comes back in, he can breathe. He comes back in because we don't trust the other quarterback. It was obvious why they weren't trusting the other quarterbacks, because that other quarterback comes in, Ryan Stubb comes in, and I mean, like, he's terrible. He hasn't gotten enough game reps to even know what to do in the game. He's throwing the ball, but hitting Dylan Edwards in the head. He don't know he has no idea what's going on. It's like he forgot what he did in high school. I mean, it's just horrendous. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm confused because I'm like, I don't even recognize this team. This is not even the same team. If you're second string to Shedeur, as good as he is, if you're second string, when you come in the game, you should know at least the basic stuff. They're drawing up basic plays for you. Short little passes, you can't make those. And hitting the ball off, short little tosses, you can't make those short little tosses. So we need quarterbacks. That's another thing we need. We are, Miss Lovely, we were all confused. I didn't recognize this team. I didn't know what team I was watching. And I gave the analogy in the doing the live, and I said this is like Space Jam when those aliens took over the bodies of the NBA players, and they didn't know what was going on. The ball was hitting them in the head, and stuff was going on. I was like, maybe it was a late game and they were impaired, like Versace said. One of the club members, Versace said. I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was watching a whole nother team. We can't make the excuse that they were sick because we know some of them were sick. Well, I had no idea what team I was watching. It's weird. But Hassan, we couldn't comprehend either. Like, for real. All right, let me answer some of these questions. When they started running the ball last night after Shedeur left, was it more effective? I don't know. I stopped watching after 10 minutes into the game. Yes, it was effective. They ran the ball 8 yards. They got 9 yards. Then the next run, they had 1 more yard to go. First down. They went away from the run. The run was effective when they were doing it. That's when I started screaming. I started saying, "You see, it's effective. The run can work." I started screaming that. That's when Slap Happy said, "Harry B, you're yelling at your guest," because at that point there was one person. There was Miss Shalanda was in the comments, and she was saying, putting up laughing emojis like as if I'm saying run the ball, it's not going to work because they can't block. And then as soon as they started running the ball, when the other quarterback came in, the run started working. So in my Harry B, fashion, trying to say, look, I'm telling you, see, it's working. I started screaming. But yes, the run started to work. The run worked the entire season. I've been counting the run since they haven't been running. It's been lopsided. They said in the press conference that we're lopsided. I don't get the mindset. This is what frustrates me about this team. And this is why what Kavosiey Smoke is saying is now making a lot of sense to us. Because how do you say we're lopsided? How do you say that people are figuring out what we're doing, and then you don't make that change? And then you keep doing the same thing over and over again, hoping that it changes. How? Come on, Sway. Tell me how. How does that work? How do you keep saying for 4 games straight you're losing? We're one dimensional. We're one dimensional. How do you do that? And then you keep doing the same thing and it's not working. You don't try to run. When they ask Coach Prime in the interviews, in his press conferences, he's always giving that smirk response like, "Did you not see us run it?" And then he laughs and he never answers the question. And I'm sitting back and I'm like, "No, you didn't run it. Coach Prime, no. You got to answer that question. Answer that question. I'm sorry, but you're not going to get away with that whole Coach Prime thing that you do. No, not today." Answer the question. Somebody need to press him, but you can't press Coach Prime. You know you can't press Coach Prime. Okay? Coach Prime is like this with the media, so you can't press him. If I'm in that interview room after we gotten over all the jolting stuff that's happened, I'm pressing Coach Prime now. Coach Prime, no disrespect, sir. You're a legend. No disrespect, and I hope that you don't take this the wrong way. But I need you to answer that question. Why are you not running the ball? Because here are the statistics. If you subtract Shedeur running for his life, you are averaging 4.8 rushing yards. We know that the O-line is not the best when it comes to pass blocking. Excuse me. But the statistics shows that you are effective, 4.8 yards effective running the ball. Coach Prime, why are you not running the ball? And sir, no disrespect, but I need you to please respect my job as a reporter, my job as an analyst, and answer that question. Don't laugh me off. I understand, but don't laugh me off. Please respectfully answer this question. Why are you not running? You know why you have to answer that question, Coach Prime? Because we are in the media, we're the fan base, and we're seeing a lopsided game that you said it was lopsided, but you're not making the change. That is specifically is the reason why they have press conferences. The President of the United States gives a State of the Union address to say, hey, listen, this is where we are today. These are some of the changes we're going to make to address these things that we are lacking in. Okay, we're either going to raise taxes to address this issue. We're going to do this to address this issue. But this is where we are. These are the mistakes we've made, and this is what we're planning on doing to address these mistakes. That's called a State of the Union address. and then you put a vote of confidence within the base, within the country, and the people that are in the country, the taxpayers. Okay, we elected you to go there and fix our problems that we're having. You tell us where we are in our problems. Tell us where we are. Okay, so you list the problems and say these are the problems that we have today. So I need you to go to your congressman. I need you to go to your local law offices. I need you to let them know that we need to implement these things to make changes to make sure that we get what you're asking for. That's what the president does. Press conferences is the same thing for a sports team. This is the reason why they have press conferences. All right, guys? Press conferences gives the state of the union of the state of the team. These are the issues that we're seeing. Coach, we're not you. We know that you have a lot of difficult issues that you have to face on that team because everything is going very fast. We understand that, Coach. We get you. But we're seeing some things that we're like, but why is it not that you're not making those changes? We're the taxpayers. We're paying taxes. Whether it's angry fans coming at us, whether it's the opposite team coming at us, detractors coming at us, that's a tax, okay? We're buying tickets, all right? That's another tax. We're buying merchandise. That's another tax. So we're paying taxes to be a part of this fan base. And you as the coach, it's your job to come to us and give us a state of the union of the team. These are the issues we're seeing, and guess who's talking for us? The reporters are talking for us. Hey, coach, the taxpayers have these questions. They have these concerns. When coaches get fired, that's why they get fired. Okay? Because they're not addressing what the fans are asking for. This is the number one reason why coaches get fired. Because they fail to address what the fans are asking for. The same thing is happening over there at Texas A&M. We don't have attention. Why is it that we don't have attention? We need attention. The AD gets all of that information and he addresses that. He fires the coach. So, Coach Prime, respectfully, you are the head coach of this team. You said early in the season, when we started losing, that we're one-dimensional. And you being the head coach, sir, respectfully, why is it that you decide not to run the ball? Respectfully. Can you answer that question and not laugh at me? Dr. Vernon Sherman, you sound so stupid. Are you talking to me? I'm sounding stupid? I'm sounding stupid? Because I know y'all have side conversations in the tell me I'm sounding stupid. So anyway, if I'm sounding stupid, then maybe I'm sounding stupid. So I'm sounding stupid. All right. If that's me, then I'm sounding stupid. But if somebody's asking you, hey, why are we not running the ball? And you laugh them off and you laugh at them and you don't. If you guys go back to Coach Prime's press conferences and every single time they ask him about running the ball, Coach Prime says, have you not seen us run the ball? To indicate that they're running and it doesn't work, right? But then the only sample that they have is one time they ran the ball, they lost yards, and he went away from the run after that. That was it. That's not a good enough sample. It's not. So I just answer the question. Like I want a truthful answer. Like, how? Just be respectful. Answer the question. Like, if you say, Coach Prime, the numbers that you're showing us is including the quarterback sacks. So if we take the 4.8 yards with the actual runs, how can you explain that we can't run the ball? How do you explain that? I want to know an answer from that. If you guys don't like me or whatever reason for me saying, oh, you can't question Coach Prime, I just want to know what Kavosiey want to know. We can't play selfish football. We're not going to win games because I feel like we were a 10-win game, 10-win team. After I've seen it, I said 8-4 initially, but when I've seen the actual team play, we could have won a lot more than 8 games. The only team that really beat us was Oregon. That's it. But now I wonder, what if we would have ran the ball against Oregon? What if? We would never know because they never ran the ball. They decided not to run the ball. The second we get into trouble, it's pass always. Now we can't even afford to run the ball. We have to pass and pass and pass. No more running. Forget about the running. Marcella says, calm down. Shantae says, how can you run with a deficient O-line? Shantae, you've been here. I just explained that already. Okay, Shantae, tell me. Do you refuse the information? I said it in Liberian English. Are you refusing my Liberian English? Do you not like my Liberian accent? What are you doing? Like, why are you doing this to me? I explained it and I put it in Liberian English. How can you run with a deficient O-line? You said, well, you're wrong, LOL. Well, how can you be wrong? You can't be wrong with facts, though. How can you be wrong with facts? How can you be wrong with facts, Shantae? Bro, have you played football? Christoph. There goes that question. Yes, I have played football. What difference is that going to make? That's not going to make them run the ball. If I play football, that's not going to make them decide to run the ball. What are you refusing, Shantae? That's what I want to. Shantae, can you come on live? Can you come on so we can talk? Because I want to talk to you. What are you refusing? Because in football we have statistics. So let me calm down. Since people are asking me to calm down, let me say this slowly. In football we have statistics. Because maybe at first I was screaming it. If you have your statistics and it says you average on a pass yard, you're averaging 10 yards every time you pass the ball. You will accept that, right? Okay. And for the run game, they say you average 4.8 yards a carry. You're saying you don't want to accept that. You're saying that because the O-line sucks, you refuse to accept 4.8 yards a carry. So then why do you accept the passing game? You can't accept one thing and not accept the other. Because it's like you're refusing, just like the team is refusing to run the ball. You just don't want to accept it. And I don't know why. Is Liberian football the same in the U.S.? What are you talking about? What? Are we in the silly season now? Because I wanted to talk some real talk, like not the silly stuff. What are we talking about? The O line, instead of O line, but the O line doesn't suck when you average 4 yards rushing. I'm saying it slowly, but your stats are flawed. My stats are flawed. Oh, so y'all don't get it then? Oh, okay. So I guess that's what I'm dealing with. Y'all don't get it. Is that what it is? Did you watch the run video that I put up? Do not go to my page. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Oh, Lord. I don't know, because I mean the fan base, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. Facts is facts. I don't care how you look at it. Facts is facts. Y'all want to point the blame on something? It's not the O-line. I promise you. I promise you. And I'm gonna stick. My channel will live and die on that. All of y'all can unsubscribe if y'all think I'm crazy, because here it is. What I've been saying, Kavosiey Smoke is confirming what I've been saying. So here it is again. I'm crazy. Okay. So here we go. Let me share my screen, guys. Because if this doesn't work, then it doesn't work for me. But it is what it is. Here we go. You guys see this video right here? Stop blaming Colorado's O-line. They are not the problem. I should have skipped my own ad because that's how I get paid, but let me just get to it. So this was posted by Brian Howell of buffzone.com. He's a journalist. He brings information. Okay? This isn't me. My stats are flawed. This is not me. That's why I said you don't have to take it from me. That's why a lot of my information comes from the writers. If you saying, because the writers have a journalistic integrity that they have to uphold in order for them to be viable. This information is then taken by other people and used to make sure that they have the right thing that they're saying. So if you had a question about why is Harry B always reading newspapers, this is why. Because the writers, they have research that I don't have. So I depend on this research to bring good information to arm the constituents, the fan base, to make sure that they have accurate information. You notice that I don't speak a lot of conspiracy stuff like some other people that I know, other creators, all right, that be trying to feed into the black experience, the black thing. Because if I said this black thing, then guess what? Then what's going to happen is you're going to be on my side. Then we're all going to say, yeah, that's what's happening. They're sabotaging Coach Prime. He's a saboteur. Okay? They're all racist. I don't feed into that stuff. I try to bring you good information that's going to help the fan base, because the fan base, unless you haven't realized, we are at a PWI, a predominantly white school. The fan base have been here for a long time, and most of them are white. So I'm not feeding into no negative narrative that says this is a racist plot to bring Coach Prime down. Now, we understand that maybe the bigger media is doing it, but I'm not saying Sean Lewis is a saboteur. People are planting white people in there. I don't do that. I'm sticking with football. My stuff is flawed. It's not coming from me. Buffzone.com. Brian Howell. Okay? Where is this from? Where is that? Let me see if I can put that up. Excuse me. Brian Howell's Rewind. Are CU Buffs committed enough to the run game? This didn't come from me. Are CU Buffs committed enough to the run game? And then he went in there and he broke it down for everyone. If you didn't have the opportunity to watch this video, please go watch it. Please go watch it. Because this video is packed, it's chunk full packed of information. Okay? Those 42 sacks, okay? CU's 2.5 yards per carry is dismal, but that average is, of course, significantly impacted by the fact that quarterback sacks are accounted for in the rushing stats. CU has given up 42 sacks. Nationally, only Old Dominion with 43 has given up more and lost a whopping 381 yards on those sacks. 126 more than the next worst team, which is FIU at 255. Those 42 sacks have accounted for 16.7% of CU's rushing attempts. It's not coming from me. Prove that Brian Howard is a liar. Go and do the research like he did. Take out the sacks, and the CU's average vaults to a much more respectable 4.83 yards per carry. 1,010 yards on 209 attempts. It's in this video right here. That's why I do these videos that get these type of videos, because they're not breaking news, because it's not the juicy stuff like the Kavosiey stuff. They don't get as much views because it's the boring stuff, the stuff that people like me, analysts like myself, people who run these type of channels, that kind of stuff that's important to me. And I wished and I thought it was going to be important to you as well, because you can be armed with real information instead of gossip information. But I was wrong. The gossip stuff gets more views than the actual stuff that matters to the team. So I started off as a bandwagon buff, and I still am. I'm still a bandwagon buff. But I kept telling y'all, something about this team is going to make me fall in love with this team. I'm here for Coach Prime. But then I started loving the team. This is my team now. So how do we win for the team instead of saying Shedeur should pass the ball all the time? I'm with Kavosiey Smoke. Selfish ball is going on. I believe that. Selfish ball is going on. We're selfishly trying to pass the ball too much. Whether that's what he meant or not, I don't know. Maybe he'll come out. Maybe the school will let him talk and he will come out and say the truth. Or maybe he'll be gone and he goes to another team and they're going to ask him there, what did you mean then? Like they always do. And then he's going to spill the beans on his next at his next school. If he's professional enough, he won't do that, which I would commend him never to do that. But now he's leaving it up to us to draw our own narratives. But we know that selfish ball is going on. There's too much passing. There's not enough running. This is not coming from me. It's right here for you to see. So if my stuff is flawed, then the researcher's stuff is flawed. That's what I'm saying. So if my information is flawed, then where are you getting your information? At TLP Sports Club, why do you think 22 asked to be red-shirted? I just want to know, how in the world is my information flawed? If my information is flawed, please tell me where you're getting your stats from. What stats are you counting? We know that the average run yards are including the quarterback sacks. 16.7% of that is including on that yard. Then we got 2 point something yards on the average. The pass stopped working and we refuse to run. How do you play football when the pass is not working and you refuse to run? The pass stopped working. Shedeur's getting sacked too many times for him to even pass the ball. So why are we not going to run heavy? That's the only other thing. You can either pass the ball or run the ball. There's nothing else. So how do we play football? You ask me, have I ever played football? Yes. But what difference does that make? That doesn't change the dynamic of the team and what's going on that team. Selfish ball. The player said it, not me. The player said it. There's nothing left. The run you're saying the run doesn't work, but the pass isn't working. So why are we not applying the same mentality Why are we not applying the same concept where we're saying if it doesn't work, we're gonna back off of it. We're not gonna use it if it doesn't work. Why are we not doing the same thing with the run or the pass? The pass isn't working. Why are we not backing off the pass? Can anyone in the fan base explain that to me? Why are we not backing off the pass because it's not working? The only other thing is the run. We refuse to run, but we continue to do the stuff that's not working also in the pass. That's not working either. But we continue to do that. You got run and you got pass. That's what RPO means. Run, pass, offense. You got two things. Run, pass, offense. You refuse to run. You refuse, the pass isn't working. Now you just got no offense. If you can't run or pass, you got no offense. You got nothing. So what are you going to do? Hello, TLO. Find my question, please. Run pass offense, run pass option, RPO. The offense got to execute that, so it doesn't matter. Thanks for correcting me though. The Brazil show. I'm exhausted. Am I missing something? They pass, Shedeur gets sacked. They run, get 4 yards. Let's say now it's 3rd and 6 or 7. They run and get 1 yard or try to pass and get sacked. They punt. Either way, the same results. But guess what's happening though? They're saying the run doesn't work, so we're not doing it. But guess what? The pass is not working, so we're doing it. That's logic. That's Colorado logic today, this year. The pass doesn't work. Shedeur's getting sacked. We can't stop doing that. But because the run doesn't work, we're going to stop doing that. You only have two things: run or pass. So, so then like the fan base is right for questioning a lot of things. You refuse to run. So I don't care what they do next year, man. You can bring in the best players, man. You can bring the best O line. I'm telling you, the defenses in this league, the defenses on this level, Shedeur can have all day. Remember, he holds the ball forever. Y'all forgetting that, right? I don't know if y'all are thinking about this. If they refuse to run the ball because Shedeur is the best passer in the world, and they go out and get some young men, some dogs, some hogs that can block for at least 5 seconds or 10 seconds for Shedeur to hold that ball forever, you fail to realize that teams are going to start pass protecting, are going to start trying to play for the pass. And those DBs and those guys are going to start locking up those wide receivers. Shedeur does not like to throw interceptions. So what is he going to do? What do you think is going to happen? You think teams are not recruiting good DBs, good safeties, good cornerbacks? Do you think that they're not preparing for whatever Coach Prime got coming next year? You can have a line that gives you 5 to 10 seconds. Shedeur still is going to have the same problems. Colorado's still going to have the same problem. They don't like to run. They don't like to run the ball. And Shedeur holds the ball too long. So what is going to be the result of that? You still got a bunch of running backs that are sitting there being wasted. Their years are being wasted. You want to recruit good running backs from high school, from college, and they're going to come here and do what? So I'll ask y'all the question. What happens if we get the best O-line? Does anybody want to come on here and talk? What happens if we get the best O-line and Shedeur still holding the ball and the wide receivers are locked up? What happens then? What's going to happen then? You can't talk today, but you will next time. Okay, cool. Yeah, because we got a debate. Shantae, you got to come on. Like, please, next time, come on. Because I don't know what stats you got. Because the stats is out there. I mean, the writers got the stats. So I want to know what stats you got. I really want to know because it's like, it baffles me to think that, like, if my information is off, if I'm flawed, then what do y'all got? Because there's nothing else. It's like the only thing we got is stats. So if we got nothing else, if I tell you that we're averaging 4.8 yards, it's probably been less by now because we've been taking a lot more sacks. But if we're averaging 4 yards and you're telling me we can't run, then it's like, then what is the logic there? I want to know what the logic of that is. It's not even football anymore at that point. It's not. The same stats you got, I'm drawing a different conclusion. What is the different conclusion? How can you have a different conclusion when you're saying we can't run the ball? We can't run the ball with 4.8 yards? Like, that can't be a different conclusion. Then the conclusion, we can't throw either. Shedeur has over 3,000 yards this year. We can't throw either because the throw's not working. We're not winning games. Casey Davis says this dude has no clue. What is your clue? What clue you got? What clue do you have? Put it in there. Casey, do you want to come on and debate me? Please, I'm begging anyone to come on right here. Come live and debate me. Let's go stat for stat. I'm begging anyone that can talk today. Come on. If you're not at work, okay, if you're not sneak chatting. I've been dropping nuggets in here. You just haven't read them. You ain't dropping no nuggets? What nuggets are you dropping? Drop your stats. I know, Shantae, you sneak chatted. I figured that. But what, Shantae, what nuggets are you dropping? Come on, Denver. What nuggets are you dropping, Denver? Let's go. What nuggets? You ain't drop no nuggets. Don't think because somebody agrees with you that's nuggets. It's not. Because you can say facts, it doesn't mean that's facts. Because you add facts, that's our social life today. People say outlandish things, and then they add facts. And then we're supposed to say that's facts. So what facts are you dropping? Like, tell me, what have you said? What is the facts? You're saying that 4.8 is you're drawing a different conclusion. That we can't run. You said we couldn't run the ball with a scrub O-line. Man, I wish you weren't at work, Shantae. I'm gonna do a live just for you and me. Please, come on and let's talk because I want to hear your voice. I want to know what conclusion when you only got pass and run, and if they were getting 100 yards or they were getting 300 yards per game, you would say that's a good game. They should throw the ball more. If that's the same logic that we can draw from that, how you're telling me that because the run is only 4.8 yards, you're saying that's a different type of thing we need to apply. That's where I'm like, yo, if that's the logic, if those are the things you're dropping, if that's what you're putting down, I ain't picking it up. For real. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying I'm trying to follow the logic because you can't have it both ways. You can't have this and not have that. Because you're relying on the pass, but don't run. The pass doesn't work, but don't run. No matter what. The pass isn't working, but don't run. Both of them are not working. They don't hear you though. That Texas truth, and you know that Texas truth is the real truth. They don't play around in Texas. I'm not even from here. And what I'm doing over the years I've been here, all right, I might as well be from here by now. I got your accent down pat. You know what I'm saying, son? You heard me? I'm pretending like I ain't been here forever. People always think that I say Liberian perspective, like I ain't American. I've been here since I was a little boy. Like, come on, man. I'm practically American right by now. But I play on the Liberian stuff a lot. But still, like the Texas truth, I don't like your hot sauce because it got too much vinegar, but still. Like, come on. 4.8 is 4.8 yards with or without Shedeur's runs. No, I think Shedeur's runs are included. When he gets sacked, then it's not included. But then it's not included when he gets sacked. I know, Michael. I'm from here, bro. I got your accent down pat, son. Yo, what up, son? Like my kids are born in Brooklyn. Like I'm Brooklyn all day. Like holla at me. All right. Where's my Liberian accent? My man, y'all better stop playing with me. I'm from here. Uh-huh. I'm from right here, my man. Oh man. Nobody's brave enough to come and debate me. Nobody? All of y'all at work? Come on, man. Somebody who's brave enough to come here, who has an objective an objective thing that wants to come on here and tell me that I'm wrong. Come tell me I'm wrong. Shedeur has scored no, I think Dylan Edwards has 75 yards. 75 yards on Dylan Edwards. Maybe not the one play, but yeah, I mean, Shedeur has a lot of running yards. Please don't reject your true nationality for pretend American dog. What? My show's title is literally The Liberian Perspective. Like, are you serious? Oh man, you guys are funny. The Liberian Perspective, guys. So nobody wants to come on. All of y'all at work. Oh man, this ain't fun. Because if you're telling me that this show was not supposed to be about me sticking too much on that, because the narrative is I wanted to kind of like talk about more about Kavosiey Smoke and why he said that, because he's telling us don't read too much into that. Don't make it a big deal. How you figure? If we shouldn't make it a big deal, why you take it down? Either Coach Prime or the team made you take it down. But if you don't want us to make that a big deal, why say it? Why even think it? If you're thinking about anything that you don't want nobody to make a big deal out of, bring me on. Do you have an opposing view, Michael? I don't want nobody that's going to agree with me. Do you have an opposing view? Michael, if you have an opposing view, I'm going to bring you on. Because I ain't trying to have no kumbaya party. I want somebody who opposes what I'm saying to come on here and give me their facts. We're only going to talk about facts. I'm not talking this ain't no barbershop talk. Gossip news gets more views than real talk. My channel is full of information. So I stay on my channel. This Liberian kid, my channel, I'm not a kid, but this Liberian guy right here, my channel, I put it against anybody's channel. All right, here we go, Michael. Hot, don't laugh at the email address. Hot tips for TLP Sports. Oh man. At gmail.com. Hot tips for TLP Sports at gmail.com. All right. Email me there. Send me an email, and I'll send you the link. Yo, Christoph, how you gonna you copied and pasted, and there's a bunch of gibberish. It's like it's not even coming in audibly. We can't even read that. Just break that down and just type it cleanly. You don't have to copy and paste. But remember, if you're Christoph, if you're Googling the stats, do the analytics, extract the actual run plays. You can't just Google something and say this is it. That's what a lot of y'all are doing. That's why you would never win this. There's no way you would never win. It would never work for you. I will crush you every single day on that. I not dare anyone to come off. Oh, Well-Off just dropped a video. I was wondering what was going on because I'm like, is Bucky sick? I haven't seen the stuff. So 2.3 yards per attempts. Christoph, Castoff, I mean. Thank you for the super chat. You need to find my last comment, sir. I'm still dropping nuggets. I love your show. Shantae, girl, you better stop playing with me. I read your last comment. What's the nuggets you dropping? Look, Denver, stop playing with me. Thank you for the chat, but what are you talking about? Shantae, you're not dropping no nuggets. I do not. I love football. I just know what I know. I stay in my lane. That's the last thing I got for you, Shantae. What are you doing, bro? Shedeur gets 2 to 3 seconds max. He does not have time to run through his progressions. His online also accused him to develop bad habits. He doesn't trust them anymore. Shedeur is an elite quarterback. I mean, you've been on my show. You know I praise Shedeur every second I get. So where are the nuggets? Oh, was that part of the nuggets? Shedeur gets 2 to 3 seconds? Not that one? Shantae, if you come on my show, I will crush you. I'm just going to put it out there. You don't want this, Shantae. This is all in love, okay? I hope you're not taking my words incorrect. Yeah, don't take my words. That was a nugget? 2 to 3 seconds is a nugget, Shantae, come on this show. I will run you off your own. I will run you off your phone. I'm just joking, y'all. But I will crush. All right, Michael, come on, Michael, let's go. Let me see if Michael has emailed me. Please come on my show so I can run you off your phone or whatever you're going to be using to chat with me. All right, so let's email this. I love you guys. You guys are fun. All right, let's send this. Let me get Michael, who has an opposing view, to come on here. What is that? I'll eat that later. Thank you. All right, thanks. I did smell it, though. It smelled good. All right, I have not gotten an email from Michael. I just got the email that I sent to myself. Michael's afraid. Michael don't want to send me no email. I'm gonna put up the email again, okay? Maybe he's mixing it up. Maybe he's putting an I instead of TLP, because people do that. You're leaving to go where? Who's taking you? Taking the bus? And mommy knows about this? All right. I ain't got time to tell him to evaluate what's going on and tell him no whether he's done his chores or not. I ain't got no time to do that right now. So he might get he got one on me right now because in my head I'm like, has he done this X, Y, and Z? Because he just got back home. So how he going up to his friend's house already? Mm. Yeah, you got me on one because I'm working. Hot tips for TLP sport. These kids be getting on us. That's how they get over. Daddy, you working. So let me talk to you while you're working because you're not going to talk crazy in front of your fans or your club members. All right, hot tips for TLP sports at gmail.com. All right, so where's Michael? Michael, you're not emailing me. I think Michael had to go, like maybe get ready or something. But we'll wait for Michael. But I want to know from a lot of you, like y'all are football aficionados, right? Y'all understand how football works. But then he need reinforcement. Who will come on with me? He not tearing me up. So I mean, Kavosiey Smoke there. He doesn't want to address those facts. What facts are we talking about? Are we changing the narrative? This is why I need somebody to monitor the chat because I get lost in what you're saying. So let's read this. CP knew he had skill in the passing game and knew the line was going to need work. They thought the air attack would work, which did early, but then they had to play big boys in Pac-12 and found out. Yes, that's a good point. That's a good point because you got to keep in mind the Jackson State days. That stuff worked because they had elite talent, and some of the teams, a lot of the teams that they played, they didn't have enough talent to combat some of the stuff that Shedeur is an elite talent. Like you got to really take that into consideration. Shedeur is an elite talent. So if you don't have that, then it's very hard for you to match. But now you come to the daggone FSB and FBS, and it's a totally different world. We running 7-on-7 instead of playing football. Firings. Penn State fired its offensive coordinator. Interesting. So Penn State OC was not good. Good information, Clyde. Clyde, what up with you? How you doing? I keep calling you Christoph because I knew a guy, a filmmaker named Christoph was in my in college with me, but you're cast off. Cast off clothing. My clothing line is so African clothing. I got a sick shirt that has a dog with like a bat that says say go back to Africa one more time. That shirt is sick. Every time I know I'm going to go into public and deal with people that are not black friendly, I wear that shirt. Say go back to Africa one more time. I'm good, Clyde. All is well. Is it true Sean Lewis stepped down because he wanted to run the ball and was being advised to keep passing? Anyone else heard that? Yeah, that was a rumor. I didn't think too much into it. I did kind of mention it once, but yeah, some people sent me some information about that. That there was a couple of times, maybe one or two times, he wanted to run the ball on a down on a specific play, and him and Coach Prime. This is the rumor. Him and Coach Prime, kind of like had a disagreement. So that was said. I'm still waiting for Michael, guys. You keep stating 4.6 yards per rush incorrect, but that number is actual the opponents. You see the 7 per passing attempt. Please understand that's why they throw more than what? Cast off. What are you saying? What is this? You keep stating 4.6 yards per rushing correct. But that number is actual the opponents. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. The pass isn't working. Something got to work. So, for those of you who are just joining me, let me remind you of why we're here. A pass attempt will always be more than a run attempt. He lost me. Yeah, I don't know what is being said there, so I don't know. Let's go back to let's remind everybody why we're here today. This is why we're here. Simple fact, bruh. We could have went undefeated this year. Too much selfish ball going on. Man, too much selfish ball going on, man. Can't win like that. Gotta play and win as a team. But if you go the other route, you get results like this. This is tweeted right after the Washington State game. 56 to 14. Selfish ball. We don't know what exactly that is. The obvious thing would be if it's specifically from that game that we were targeting specific wide receivers and not others. Then again, if you want to read more into it as if because he's a running back, then you have to say, well, this guy is talking about the fact that they're not running the ball, and that's where I'm at. They were running well last night. Tasha, you got to say that. You got to say that and say, a friend told me. You can't stand on that. You got to say, a friend told me, because around here, we can't run the ball. Around here, they never ran the ball, and they don't get good yards. Nobody believes that we can run the ball. So to say a friend told me, so they don't come after you. Okay, guys, so I think Michael decided that he wasn't going to come on, or something happened, and maybe he had something on the stove and it was burning, and he was like, nah, I'm good. And there's his nuggets. There you go, Shante. That's nuggets. Now you finally got some nuggets. Yes. Yo, I can't wait to debate you, Shante. Boy, you got to send me a message. Email me a message. Be like, Harry B, I'm ready. You think you want some of this? Come get it. I said that like 50 times, though. I'm not disagreeing with you. The thing that I'm disagreeing with you on, Shante, is because you're saying that run doesn't work. You say you have a difference of opinion. I didn't disagree with you that they've been running the ball. They've ran the ball more since Shermer. And those games that I've been watching live with the people that I've been watching live with, I've been counting the runs. And I've said in those games, you see, the run works. Keep doing that. But as soon as they run, you literally said, I put it on the screen, you literally said that you don't believe in the stats, that the O-line sucks, so how can they run? You said that. You said, how can you run the ball if the O-line sucks? So, yeah. And I said, well, it's not that the O-line sucks and they can't run the ball. What you're saying about the O-lines being bad is the run blocking. I mean, it's the pass blocking. That's my argument. My argument is that your assessment of the O-line being bad and they can't run, that blocking that they suck for is not for the run. It's for the pass. So if they ran and they got 4.8 yards average, then the run works, and they need to do more of the run. So that's what I'm arguing about. That's what I'm saying. You said you see the stats and you have a difference of opinion that the run doesn't work. So that's why I'm like, well, if it doesn't work, then how can it not work? It's 4.8. I would take 4.8 every day. If you're recruiting a running back that averages 4.8 yards anytime, go out and beg his mother or his auntie or his dad or his uncle, whoever he has left on earth, beg him and give him all the NIL money you can give him to come to your program, because he's average. His average is 4.8. If you factor 4.8 into 10, he's getting you first downs always on an average. I can't scream that enough. Vontae. We got Shante and Vontae. Didn't I say they can't pass block and their run blocking is inconsistent at best? Somebody back me up. So then, what are you disagreeing with me on? What did you just go to lunch and come back? Maybe you had your coffee. Yo, come on, like Shante, what are you disagreeing with me on? Because now it seems like you're changing your tone. Because that has been my argument. You're saying their O-line sucks. Okay. For the pass block, not for the run. I'm just saying they are losing because of their O-line. And that's now you're coming back. Let me put this up so you don't change that. They are losing because of their O-line. And that's why I want you to come on my show, so I can trash you, Shante, so that I will battle you to the end. Let's go, Shante. Their O-line does not suck, and that's not why they're losing. That is my stance, and I want to put that on the record. That is not why they're losing, okay? I have the prescription on why they're losing. They're one-dimensional passing team. They do not want to run the ball. That's mainly why they're losing. And when they do run, okay, they do not mix up the run play. They try to run straight down the middle. That's not ever going to work. Every run play cannot go straight down the middle. Once they figure out your run pattern, just like when they do with the passing, once they figure that out, then they just gotta just stuff the middle, and that's it. You can't go nowhere. Because Colorado, first of all, they don't want to run the ball. They're just looking for a reason not to run in the first place. So they're just going to run down the middle. If that doesn't work, let's go back to the passing. Let's go back to the passing. Yo, Surf, thank you for coming on. We've had our disagreements, but like, Colorado is looking for a reason not to run. Coach Prime said it in his press conference himself. When they asked him a question, he did that Coach Prime thing that irritates me so much. When he skirts questions and make you seem like you're stupid, like you don't know what you're talking about. Did you not see us run the ball and we lost 15 yards? What was that? That irritates the freak out of me. Like, are you serious? That irritates me. This is a responsible reporter asking you a responsible question. I know that you have your personality, but have respect for the fan base and answer the question. You're telling me that you tried to run, you lost 5 yards or you lost 15 yards, and that's the reason, and then you leave it like that. Did you not see us run? Did we not lose 5 yards? And now it's 2nd and 15? Okay, what is that? And then that's it. That's his answer. That is the head coach's answer. Did you not see us run one time? We lost 5 yards. And now it's 2nd down and 15. You didn't see that? Are you blind? Did you not see that? And that's it. And he leaves it at that. The head coach says that. And we're supposed to just be like, Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. I should have known better. No, that's a legitimate question. Because what the reporter is trying to get at is saying, but coach, I've been covering football for over 10 years. I know that many other coaches would say that you need to establish the run, whether it works one time or not. You got to keep trying it. You got to keep trying it. You tried it one time, you lost 5 yards, and you never did it again. That's not a good sample to let you know that the run doesn't work. Because if you missed a pass, you don't. The next play is not a run play, because now that pass didn't work. So according to your logic, you're just a pass guy only. Because your logic is flawed in the sense that if it doesn't work, you go away from it. Because you don't go away from the pass when it doesn't work. You just keep passing. Is simple logic not simple enough for everybody? If the pass isn't working, you continue to do that. So why is it that when the run isn't working, you don't continue to do that? I'm serious. Like, what are we talking about? I'm so glad that we have matured as a fan base, that we've gotten to this point where we can now have a real conversation about some of the things that Coach Prime says. Like, bruh, answer the questions. I just want you to answer the question. Why do you refuse to run, Coach Prime? As much as I respect your gold jacket, as much as I respect your accomplishments and your accolades in life, and you being such a winner, you're a winner. That's why I'm here, because I want to be attached to a winner. I love your ideas. I love your motivation. As much as I respect all of those things, respectfully, for my position as a media person, as somebody who's in the media, yeah, I may not know as much as you, because you've won so much. And yes, I'm on YouTube and I don't have all the accolades. I'm just a mere guy just doing my job so I can feed my family. With all of that being said, sir, and your winningness, can you please respectfully answer my question? Why are you not running the ball? I will press him on that. Sir, respectfully, you got to answer my question. Why are you not running the ball? You're not getting away with that Coach Prime thing you do. Not today. Not today. Not today. You're not doing that. Not today, sir. I got a follow-up, sir, if you don't mind. You laugh it off as if I'm silly for asking the question. But I'm going to ask you again. When coaches tell me, because I'm not a coach, you are a coach. When other coaches and other people tell me that a run play, the run has to be established in the first and second quarter, so that by the third and fourth quarter, you're in a nice groove where your running backs they know what's going on, in you know what I'm saying? They have a good sense of what's going on. When you have to establish that early and you refuse to do that, that tells me that you don't want to run the ball, because when the pass doesn't work, you don't do the opposite and run. You just keep working the pass until it works. So you're refusing to run. Why is that, coach? We don't get no answers for that. We just get that smirk. We just get that thing. Do you not see we ran? Okay then. All right, guys, is that all? God bless you. Good night. Like, no. No, that's not all. No, not today. Sit down. You're 56, I'm 46. Sit down. Let's go. Answer my question. But I'm crazy though, right? All right, so Tasha, you're responding to someone here. All aspects of the team should be the strength of the team, not just passing. Other schools will read that and pick your team apart, which is what happened to the Buffs. Tasha, I keep warning you. You better say, Dash, I'm saying this as for a friend. Because the logic only works for the passing. Okay? The logic is only supposed to work for passing. not for anything else. All right? We can only apply the logic for the passing. So it can't be applied to anything else, only for the passing. That's why I said be careful, because we're dealing with people who think that, why are you even saying run? Because the O line sucks. So then why are we passing if the O line sucks? We can't run the ball because the O line sucks. Then stop passing, bruh. Stop passing because the O line sucks. Get off the field, go home, don't play football because the O line sucks. If you're blaming the O line for the run game, then why are we passing the ball? Go home. Stop coaching football. Leave football alone. It ain't the thing for you to do, because you don't have an O-line, so you can't play football this year because the O-line sucks. That is the logic. Are you not seeing this? The pass is not working because the O-line sucks. That's why we're not running, because the O-line sucks. How can you run the ball if the O-line sucks? Well, in that same logic, how can you pass the ball if the O-line sucks? Some of these CU channels were sick yesterday. LOL. CJ, are you trolling? We were all sick. The fan base was sick yesterday. Are you talking about my channel? Or are you talking about other channels? And then this is your opportunity to say that. Like, I love it when people talk past me. I'm sitting right here talking to you, and then they write stuff that's past you. Some of these CU channels were sick yesterday. LOL. You can just say TLP Sports Club, because I'm Liberian. I'm African. We talk direct. We don't do hip hop stuff. We don't subliminals. Talk to me. I'm here. I'm a human being talking to you. CJ, cool. It ain't cool to talk past people in my culture. You don't talk past people. You don't go to people's houses, all right? You don't go to people's houses and then say, some people don't clean their houses. You're in my house. So if you're cool, then talk. CJ cool. You're in my house. You're on my channel. So say TLP Sports Club was sick yesterday. But this is this online thing that we do. Some of these channels were sick yesterday. I'm this channel you're on. I said other. Fool, can you read? All right, I'm on the screen, guys. Y'all help me out here. Some of these CU channels were sick yesterday. I said other. Fool, can you read? What am I missing? I know my public school education, my public school education, Montgomery County, PG County, UNC Greensboro. I know that I didn't overachieve. I was average. Some of these CU channels were sick yesterday. LOL. I said other, fool. You said other in this comment or other over somewhere else? You didn't say other, fool. You said some of these channels were sick yesterday. You didn't say other. And calling me a fool ain't going to give you a pass either, bruh. I'm African. I'm direct. I'm that dude. Come at me. Let's go. Come on the show. Let's talk. Because you ain't got nothing here. Don't try me. Anyways, moving on. CJ's not ready for this. You're not that dude. I promise you. I guarantee you're not that dude. I don't care. You African. So what are you? So I'm African. The motherland. Don't let me call mama on you. The motherland. Jesus walked, Kanye said. But guess what? Jesus did not walk in America. Jesus walked in Africa. So you don't care, you African. Jesus himself walked in Africa. All right. when the king was chasing him and his mama and all of them, and they had to go somewhere, he ran to Africa. And he stayed there until he became, he got older, like 12 years old. All right. That's Africa. So that's mama. All right. don't let me don't get me started with the African thing, because there's a reason why I said the Liberian perspective. All right. So don't get it twisted. You're not that dude. You don't want this. I promise you. My limited education, don't let me unleash that on you, homeboy. All right? I will empty the clip on a nigga. Okay? I'm just waiting for the right nigga to test me. I will empty the clip. Because I'm ready. I stays ready. Anyway. Sorry, guys. Somebody just got me out of pocket. The Brooklyn was about to come out, bruh. I was going to forget the African and just go straight Brooklyn, empty the clip. Let's go. Anyway, let's get back to the show. Where is Michael? Don't take my joking for a guy who ain't ready for it. I stays ready, bruh. I'll be ready to empty this clip, boy. All right. Jesus, LOL, the letter J once wasn't even created, then remains tricked. Romans tricked you. Shantae, you just running from these nuggets. I'm dropping. Shantae, what else did you drop, girl? Oh, what else did Shantae drop? What else did Shantae drop? Come on, Shantae, what else did you drop? Okay, we were all sick yesterday. Last night game hurt. Yeah, Shantae, yeah. Don't answer that fool. Don't answer that guy. Let me not call you a fool. I'm sorry, CJ, I call you a fool. I don't want to do tit for tat. I'm not going to call you a fool because you called me a fool. I apologize for calling you a fool. Okay. Because that missing J, I really follow him, and he don't want me to call nobody a fool. But he wants me to stay ready, though, because I'm ready to empty my clip. So if you're ready, test me. Oh, Shantae, I didn't see. I don't see it because this guy is distracting me. Y'all nuggets, Shantae. I can't wait till you come on the show because y'all nuggets be confusing me. CP also sees them in practice and off the field. I don't want to go back too far. Like, what nuggets are you dropping? Yeah, because it's 3rd and 15. The O-line can run block the two sorry giant tacos are ground and pound type guys. They came from running schools. All right, guys. Shantae said they don't play selfish ball. Those men were out there fighting. Well, then, if the team ain't playing selfish ball, but let me take this CJ crap off. CJ's not cool. He's like one of those people. They say facts even when it's not facts. So he says cool, even though he's not cool. CJ says Africans think they're better than Black Americans. Well, your ancestors died in America, and we want to take the credit. Boy, if you don't stop playing with me, if you don't stop playing with this Montgomery County education, I keep warning you, CJ. If you don't stop playing with this Montgomery County mixed white black culture education, I'm going to unleash. You don't want it. Shedeur loses yards when he drops. Marlon Pierre. Shedeur loses yards when he drops back to pass and takes sacks instead of throwing the ball away. Coach Prime won't comment about that though, but complain about running the ball to reporters. Like you said, that's what I'm saying. Like, like I want to thank you guys for saying some of these things because early on we couldn't say any of these things. We couldn't. We could not say anything about Coach Prime. But now we can a little bit. You know, we don't hate the guy. I hope people know. I hope people know that we don't hate Coach Prime. You can criticize someone that you love. I hope y'all know that. Some of y'all criticize your wife's cooking. Some of y'all criticize your husband's attitude. Like, you can criticize people you love. It doesn't mean you don't love them or you don't like them anymore. You just like, what was that? What was that, Coach Prime? What was that? Like, he's not answering certain questions. Like, you got, like, as much as we love you. Like, some of y'all love Coach Prime more than me. I don't even know how many people can say that with a straight face. As much as I prop this guy up and I'm like, man, I really admire him. He does some things that irritates me to the core, man. Like, I'm looking for answers for the run game, but you have never answered any run game questions. You just skirt them. Coach Prime has not given us. Coach Prime has not given us any answer for not running the ball. Like, somebody find one answer that Coach Prime has really took time to delve into about the run game. We have no answers for the run game. So it's like, what are we going to do? Like, we don't have nothing for the run. And Tasha, if we run the ball, we can win. I think that's what Kavosiey Smoke is getting at. Kavosiey Smoke is getting at that. Hey, yo, Zulus, look, let me take the time to say this. I got a channel called the TLP, the Liberian Perspective. It's not TLP Sports Club. It's the Liberian Perspective. And what CJ Cool want to talk about, it's going to be a podcast that I talk about those type of things, those things. So if y'all forcing me to go over there, like, I'm coming with it. I got a podcast that's going to be talking about social issues and talking about the ills of society. And it's not my knowledge. It's because I have a spiritual gift. All right. It's because that I'm not smart. I'm not smart, but I have spiritual insight. So what I know doesn't come from my education. It comes from my spiritual insight. I don't credit what I know because my education, I started my education at 12 years old. So I don't have enough education to battle somebody who does. But never on any given Sunday, you can't come against me or you can't come at me because my knowledge is not coming from me. Because I concede that I'm not smart enough. I'm conceding to knowing I'm giving glory to God. What I'm bringing most of the time is not coming from my knowledge. I concede that I don't have enough knowledge about some of the stuff y'all talk about. So my TLP channel, the Liberian perspective, it only has like maybe 8 subscribers right now. When I do start that podcast, those are some of the things I'll be talking about. The Black experience, how Africans and African Americans don't get along. Those are some of the things I'll be talking about on that podcast, and how to kill racism. That's one of my biggest things that I'm praying about right now, because I want to deal a body blow, like Paul said in the Bible in Corinthians, that he wants to deal a body blow to his mankind, to himself, so that he can be more appealing to God. I want to deal a body blow to racism. So I want to deal with this type of stuff on my podcast over there. I want to keep talking football over here, but don't force me to go into, over there. It's coming. It's called TLP. The Liberian perspective has the same colors. The logo looks the same, but it's just the Liberian perspective. It's going to give me the opportunity to address some of these other issues. Comprende? We good with that? So if you want to go over there and subscribe, later on I'll start talking about those issues, because that's what my gifting is. It's not that I'm so smart and I know all of these things. I'm using some of that here, but I'm not that smart. So, but I trust God that he will give me what I need to say when it's time for me to say it. So watch out for that. Look out for that. The Liberian perspective. All right. So anyone saying favoritism or funny as a coach, you play your best players, not care about how the players are able to get in the game fields. All right. So what I say is, at Marlon, you got to admit, before she accused me of saying I'm not reading her nuggets, because these nuggets are getting too much, you got to admit that Shedeur has more than likely developed bad habits from having an untrustworthy O-line when trust them to get sacked. Then he prematurely starts scrambling when they actually block properly. Okay, I would say that was nuggets. That's nuggets. These nuggets are coming. Yes. Okay. Now I gotta prepare for you. Now I gotta prepare for you. Okay, maybe you had a point earlier. He's like, yo, okay, some insight. Okay, now you're gonna have to make me dig in the bag when I talk to you. Yes. Okay, I won't take you lightly no more. I gotta apologize to you now. Don't hurt me. That was some deep stuff right there. You did say that earlier. Oh, okay. Oh, that one was good. Oh, I like that one. Sorry, I'm on Antonio real quick, but sorry, I gotta save that one. That was some insight. You got me ready over here. Anyone saying favoritisms are funny as a coach? Shante, hold that line. Hold the line, Shante. Hold the line. I'm coming back to you. Anyone saying favoritisms are funny as coach? You play your best players or not, do not care about who aren't able to get in the game fields. Yeah, you don't really care about who don't get in the game. I know. It feels bad to a lot of people, but you're right. You're right to a certain extent. You're right. Okay, so you are right. It's starting to get dark. You are right to a certain extent, and I will say that even though it feels bad to us to see some of those young men standing on the line, like I used to be a bench rider. I used to be right there warming the bench and making silly faces when I was in high school, when I was on the team, making silly faces. I played football and soccer in high school. So I was one of those guys riding the bench. It feels bad for your parents to come to the game and not see you play. Yeah, that feels bad. So I get that part. Nobody cares. You definitely want to win the game. That's your job. If you don't win, they fire you. You're gone. So I agree with that. But I don't think that we're talking about favoritism when it comes to, oh, I'm sad because he's not playing that guy. It's not that. I think the favoritism has to do with let's keep the ball in Shedeur's hands, and because I like my son so much, I favor him over running backs. You see what I'm saying? I think that's what I was trying to say earlier, that it was a one point in the game where I was like, it's either Shedeur or the team. I want to win football games. You see what I'm saying? I want to win football games. This is going to sound bad, but I can care less about what Shedeur does. I don't know if that feels. Should I feel bad about saying that? Like, I really don't care what Shedeur does. I want Colorado to win. Okay? Like, if Shedeur does good, that's fine. But I'd rather Colorado wins. I'm a BWB. And it's kind of weird to say that because bandwagon bust means that you gone? Yeah. You did your work? Yes. You did everything? Yes. You look nice. I like the drip. Where's the chain? Put on you got a silver one? Yeah. All right. Be safe. You got your phone. Everything's charged? Yes, I do. And you got a charger going with you? Yes. All right. Take care. The floor's wet. Yeah. Well, then I need you to dry it up. Take some paper towel and dry some of that up. Okay. All right. Nuggets 1,000. Shedeur has never had a losing record ever. I said hold the line, Shante. Hold the line, okay? I'm still dealing with Antonio S. Antonio, you still here, buddy? So, like, we're here for Coach Prime. We love Coach Prime. He has a strong African-American base, but he also has a worldwide base. This has nothing to do with color. The world loves Coach Prime, and we want Coach Prime to win, okay? We cannot even claim Coach Prime as an African-American base. Like, a lot of people, different colors, love Coach Prime because of his character, like the things he stands for, what he does. Oh, my gosh, we love this guy. So, bandwagon buzz, we're here for Coach Prime. But when we got here and we saw how much Colorado, how much the fans are lovely, how the fan base, they're very accepting of people. They don't really care about color. They've had like 4 black coaches back to back to back. They don't really care. They don't care about that racism stuff. They just want to forget and win. It's uncomfortable, you know, because when white people see black people, because they're like, do they know that we enslaved them? It's like that uncomfortable thing is there, but they just want to forget about everything and just enjoy football. That's what we're getting from the fan base. And when we saw how much they've been struggling with this team, we saw how much this team has been going through some turmoil with different coach, Mel Tucker, Card Durrell, and all the other coaches. And McCartney, like the last coach that won, you know, it's been years. When we saw how much they're struggling, but they just really sincerely love this team, we started falling in love with the team, and we now, like, we are bandwagon buzz, but we are Colorado. We're Buff Nation. We want this team to win. So when we keep seeing uneven passes, 90% pass, 9 to 8 to something percent running or running for his life, we're like, wait a minute. I can care less about what Shedeur does. I can care less. As bad as that sound, I'm sorry, but now I want Colorado to win. I want Colorado to win football games because we're the fan base. We the one that got to hear about this. Ain't nobody coming up and saying, wow, Shedeur played a great game today. Shedeur did a great job today. No, they're saying Colorado sucks. We're the one that got to answer for those things. We got to deal with the trolls. We're the one that got to deal with the fan base has to deal with everything when it comes to this team, not Shedeur. They're not saying Shedeur. They're saying Colorado sucks. So we're answering for Colorado. So we as a fan base, we're saying we want Colorado to win, not for Shedeur to win. So at one point, I'm just like, please let Shedeur go to the NFL. I don't care if he's ready or not. Let him just go. Take Shedeur out the game so that we can get better game planning. Because when Shedeur's in the game, he affects the game plan. It's like pass, because Shedeur's such a good passer. Pass. Like, get Shedeur out of here. As bad as that sounds. Like, I want Shedeur to go so that Colorado can get good football. Am I crazy for saying that? Like, I'm ready for Shedeur to go. I'm so ready for Shedeur to be gone. For the sake of Colorado football, for the health of Colorado football, let Shedeur go to the NFL. Please just send him to the NFL. This college thing is over. He's good enough to get second round at least, okay? Second round at least. Let him just go. So us Colorado fans now can experience some regular football, because we can't experience regular football as long as he's here. Keep Shiloh, let Shedeur go. Let him go and start dealing with the NFL, whatever comes with that. His millions of dollars. The boy's already driving a Rolls Royce and doing everything that the NFL players are doing. Just let him go. He don't got to be in college dealing with this nonsense. He ain't got to be getting his rib hurt. He ain't got to be dealing with all of this O-line stuff. You think it's going to be better next year? Nope. He's going to be getting hit next year too. So let him go to the NFL and save his own life. You don't want to get some type of injury that's going to be life-threatening. Let him go. You know what I'm saying? Like, let the boy go. I don't care no more. Let him go. He's good enough to be in the NFL. He can get second. The least, he'll go first round, but the least he can get is get a guaranteed contract for being a second rounder. Let him go. Why are we keeping him? I don't know, because any other kid, if they were ready for the NFL or they were ready for the NBA, whatever sport, their parents would be like, all right, go. Unless he wants to get a degree, then let him get his degree and let him graduate and then stay. So it's like, yo, I just want them to have regular football planning. We don't plan for regular football. We plan for Shedeur. Shante said, TLP, stop it. The frustration is in the fan, man. Like the fans deserve better. These people deserve better. Like when we got here, these are some beautiful people. Like y'all saw the video that I did in Boulder. These people really love this team and they're really neat. They deserve better. They deserve better than what they got this year, according to Kavosiey Smoke. Kavosiey Smoke said that we could have been undefeated this season. You see what I'm saying? So the fan base deserves a lot better than what we got this year, because it was right there for the taking. How are you in every single game and it boils down to just a few plays for you to be elite? So that means that we had the team. TLP, you need black seed oil, fam. Is that for my sinus? Oh, Lord. At Shante, I know. So what TLP is saying isn't logical. Oh, Lord. Oh, black seed oil. I gotta look at that. My wife is the one that's into all of the natural things, and she knows all of those ingredients. Like, I'm Liberian, so I'm ignorant a little bit. I'm not saying all Liberians are ignorant. I'm just personally ignorant. I just, whatever works, I do. And if it doesn't work, I'm like Coach Prime, I don't do it. So I stick to 2 ingredients. All right. I stick to seasoning. All of my foods are seasoned with the same seasoning. This is all I'm using. Okay. I'm using cubes and pepper. That's it. Oh, black seed oil keeps you healthy. Oh boy. Y'all keep having this other side conversation about white person till 1690. I told y'all, go to that other channel. I'm coming. Y'all, okay? Like Coach Prom said, I'm coming. Y'all stop this conversation in this chat. Go over there. I hope I'll meet y'all there. Y'all go subscribe. It's a dormant channel right now. I took down the other videos that was on there because it was straight Liberian English. I was making fun of American culture, African culture, all the cultures in my Liberian language. So I took those videos down because I want to get serious and start talking in my American English, but talking about world issues. So y'all go over there. It's called TLP. It's called TLP, the Liberian Perspective. Go there and go subscribe. Let me just see at least 2 people do that for me. I think I got like 8 subscribers. Let me get 10. TLP, the Liberian perspective. Just Google that. There's no video there, but just subscribe and just go away. Don't worry yet. All right. CU 2.3 yards average per run. No, that is the average. Drop the link. Okay. That's a responsible man. All right. All right. So TLP. Let's go to YouTube. Let me drop the link. You're right. You are so right. The Liberian perspective. Now I can't find it. All right, so now I can't find it. It's kind of weird. It doesn't have enough subscribers. So if you just search TLP, it's not coming up. TLP Sports Club comes up, but the other one doesn't come up. I'm so sorry, guys. Wow. Okay, let's see. All right, guys. So it's not coming up. I'm sorry. Maybe next time. All right. So yeah, I think the favoritism, Antonio, I think the favoritism has a lot to do with them just throwing the ball and not running the ball. Coach Flea needs to go. Don't we have a coach that's name is Flea? I know you're trying to refer to Coach Prime as Coach Flea, but I think we actually we have a coach on that team that's name is Flea. Michael, what you looking for? Colorado is done with. We need an OC that's gone bring that old school pro style offense for two. He's not a true spread QB. I ain't gonna lie to you. That ain't gonna change nothing. Yeah, the running backs coach is Gary Flea. So if you're yeah, Coach Flea is the running backs coach. We need an OC that's gonna bring that old school pro style offense for two. He's not a true spread QB. I don't think that's gonna make a difference, man. The reason why I don't think that's gonna make a difference is because I guess Coach Prime. Like Coach Prime wants Shedeur to do certain things. Coach Prime as a head coach, he's the reason for like how the team is run. He wants to dominate, and he knows that he has the quarterback to do that. Coach Prime, first of all, he has a quarterback problem. Shedeur is 1 year out, and then unless he's going to come back as a grad, when Shedeur goes, this team is in trouble. We don't have a quarterback in that room. Like, other than Shedeur, that's it. We're done. Like, did you see how that dude was throwing the ball? What do you think? He's Patrick Mahomes? That underhand pass crap he was doing, I was like, what are you doing? What is that? Why are you throwing the ball at Dylan Edwards' hands? Give him a chance to turn around. What are you doing? I was like, bruh, Ryan, stop. They said you had like mad yards in high school. Would you forget how to play football? What is this? What is this product? This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Like, what are you doing? They have a they have a quarterback problem. Did we not get a quarterback commit? Michael, what are you doing? What? Yeah. But that's not gonna work, Michael. You talking about this? Was it a USB or micro USB? Here, try this one. I don't think this is gonna work. This is the long one. Here. Yeah, try that, see if it works. But we are far removed from high school, guys. Dr. Daniel, salute to a doctor, man. That's a lot. That's a lot of hard work in school. What, 8 or 10 years? I don't know how long you got to go to do that. Sean Lewis brought in that air raid offense and probably got CP very excited when they first met, knowing Shedeur would be consistently spotlighted. That's very cool. That's good. So the air raid it took you 7 years to graduate. Yeah, that's a lot, man. Like, you got to do a lot of school to get that doctor. And whenever I see that, man, that I see discipline and commitment. So salute to that. Doctor, what is the doctor in? Medical or otherwise? So I would say this to your question, Doc. To your comment, I would say this. Sean Lewis ran the ball 65% in at Kent State. Educational studies. That's what's up. That's what's up. I wish they would listen to y'all a lot more about the educational system in kids and how they learn. But I know that's a rabbit hole you don't want to go down. They don't listen to y'all. You go learn it and you try to implement it, and then they stifle you, and then you just kind of like just have to do what you got to do. So sorry, bro. Sorry. If you bring your own knowledge on how you're going to help the kids, it's not working. Okay. It was the short one. I have the short one, but you got to give me a second to find it. Okay. When I find it, I'll call you. So, yeah, Doc, I know. Man, it's crazy. So yeah, but what you saying here, Doc? Sean Lewis ran the ball 65% at Kent State. Sean Lewis, I made a video on Sean Lewis. Sean Lewis is the same guy that that gave Georgia a problem. And I was so bullish on Sean Lewis. I was so happy that we were getting Sean Lewis. Sean Lewis, I repeat, ran the ball 65% of the time because he knew that his air raid is dependent upon heavy running. Football is so simple. I don't know how else to put it. Like, you see my dark face is turning red just saying the same thing over and over again. Good passing schemes can only be effective. Doc, my effective or effective, Doc? Okay, is it effective or effective? I think it's effective. Successful run schemes can only be effective with heavy running. All right. I don't know how else to put it. Like, you got to run the ball to have a good passing offense. And Colorado, unfortunately, refused to run. That's why I'm advocating for Shedeur to get up out of here. Because if your dad feels like he was successful at Jackson State or in high school with the ball in your hands because you're such an accurate passer, and that's it, then you're gonna be opposed to the run, or at least the percentage of run that is necessary to make the pass effective. If he's opposed to the percentage of run, it's got to be 50 or higher. Do y'all agree with me? For all you football people, do y'all agree that we need at least 50% of running or higher to have an effective passing scheme? Let me hear what you're saying. Let me hear you. What do y'all say? What do y'all say? 50 or lower? Do y'all say lower percentage of running or higher percentage of running for the pass game to be effective? I agree. Hashtag O-line. Are you trying to agitate me again? 50-50. K-Dog 88 says 50-50 run and pass. Clyde Marshall says, I agree with you. Declare for the draft. If Shedeur leaves, his dad will become a better his dad will become a better quarterback or better coach. Clear that up. Shante said, yeah. Okay, the Truth Texas, the TR Trod, the Truth Texas Truth can be 50-50. You just got to run it. So y'all agree that we need 50% run. Hey, all right, look, y'all saying that. But tell me what the percentage of runs that we did this year. And you can just point to why we're losing. At Dr. D, they will not like what Sean will tell them. I have been in that situation as an O-line coach. Dr. Daniel, yes, TLP, you are so right. Hashtag O-line still sucks. Shantae, girl, if you don't stop playing with me. I concede that the O-line is not the best. I would not say this suck. All right? The O-line is not the best. But Shantae, when you come on the show, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to say it now, and I'm going to tell you this again. I don't think that even with the best O-line, you don't have to put them in position to be successful. O-lines are not, a good O-line still is not going to give you 20 seconds. The best O-line, and this is evident of other coaches being fired. Then we just say at the top, somebody came on and says that somebody's OC has been fired. The coaches would take the brunt of all of that stuff. When teams don't put up the type of numbers that they need to put up, they got to blame somebody. They can't fire the kids. So they're going to blame the OC. So Colorado has been dismal when it comes to the offensive line because the dynamics are different here. And this is what I want y'all to please understand. You have personnel that's not perfect. You have imperfect personnel. It's your job to put them, as a coaching staff, it's your job to put them in positions to win. Dylan Edwards, this is one example. Dylan Edwards is a small back, but he's a Speedy Gonzalez, and he has more heart than anybody else other than Shedeur on that team. That's Dylan Edwards. Coach Prime, in one of his press conferences, says it's not Dylan Edwards is going through ups and downs. It's that we're not putting him in position to be successful. We cannot give the ball to Dylan Edwards and let him run in between the line. That is not his strength. He's a small guy. He's a $180, a $150, a $180, 85. I used to be that. A buck something, right? So what you're doing with Dylan Edwards, he's a person now, right? You give Dylan Edwards the ball in space, like Coach Prime said. Find a way to get the ball to Dylan Edwards in space, right? So that he can be effective. That's one example. And then I'll give you the other example for the O-line. You are aware that your O-line is not the best when it comes to pass blocking. But the other thing that we're missing is that you also have a quarterback that holds the ball way too long. He wants to be perfect. He would never throw into coverage. So is it the best to put them in a situation with that quarterback to expose their inefficiencies or their weaknesses? You cannot expose their weaknesses by drawing some of the plays like big bombs down the field that you draw up for this quarterback to expose our weaknesses. You as a coaching staff are responsible for drawing up plays that are going to take our best features, what we do the best, okay, and put us in a position to be more successful. The first thing is to run the ball heavily. Doc, please let me know. Heavily. All right? That cuts down on the production of the offensive line. That cuts down on exposing them too much. So the times when they do pass the ball, when they do block correctly for Shedeur, that time will increase because now they have the motivation and the wherewithal because they've been successful blocking for the run. Now they are more aggressive. So when they are passing the ball, they'll be ready for the pass. That's what I'm saying. So that has to be the approach. The approach has to be, let's give the offensive line, let's give them plays. Let's draw up plays for them too. You see what I'm saying? Let's draw plays that helps, that complements their better features, that complements their strengths. This is not rocket science, Doc. It don't take 8 years to learn this. It takes four weeks to understand that, oh, whoa, that's not working. Let's change this. It don't take 7 years to learn that. It only takes a couple of weeks to learn that. This ain't working. That's why OCs and DCs are getting fired. But there's more to this mixture that's happening here. We have Coach Prime. We have Daddy. We have somebody he's kind of stubborn. If you don't trust me, he wants to dominate, and the way you dominate is to pass the ball. I don't think he has agreed or comes to the realization. I don't think he realized that the thing that made him dominant was the thing that he's doing right now. He was dominant because a lot of teams were passing the ball. And he was Travis Hunter. You pass to him, he's gonna make you pay for that. So the teams that were passing a lot in his direction, he was picking them off. He's not realizing that. Like, coach, wake up. Coach, realize that you were dominant. Not because you were stopping a lot of the runs. You were dominant because you were stopping a lot of the passing. When they threw your way, you was doing the Deion 2 steps, going the other way. So, coach, all you gotta do is stop passing. Stop passing so much. 50-50. 50-50. Somebody got to get the Coach Prime. It's not rocket science. They just can't pass or run block. They don't have the basic fundamentals down. Like, somebody get the Coach Prime and say, Coach Prime, wake up, bro. Wake up. 50-50. Lock in. 50-50. If you don't lock in, like you have 40-40-20. 40% graduate, 40% undergraduate, 20% freshmen, high school players. If you don't like this number in Coach Prime, you're not going to be successful in the FBS. 50-50. And you got to have somebody that's dedicated to reminding you, how much have we ran the ball tonight? Somebody got to be in Coach Prime's ear every game and saying, Coach, you haven't ran the ball. Coach Prime, we got to the red zone and you threw 3 times, and then we kicked it off. Or at least we got lucky. Shedeur had a touchdown. Coach Prime, we kicked the ball twice in the red zone. When we got to the 50-yard line, Coach, you didn't run the ball not once. Somebody has to be responsible for telling Coach Prime, for being brave enough to say, Coach, you're not running. Coach, we're not running. Coach Prime doesn't call the plays, but Coach Prime is the head coach. He influences the game. Coach Prime is in the headphones. He's on channel 1. I used to be a walkie-talkie guy. I did a movie called what was it? Chuck and Larry with Adam Sandler. I was responsible in Brooklyn. I was responsible, not just in Brooklyn, but in New York City, in the city. I was responsible for communication. All right. I even got in a little spat with Adam Sandler's aunt. All right. I can tell you that story later. But all the coaches, they live on channel 1. So what the DC and the OCs are doing, Coach Prime is hearing it. And then he's communicating. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about this? Do you think we should do that? I don't think we should do that. Let's try something else. So when you see Sean Lewis flying his hands on the sideline, doing all of these things and saying, this is communication. He's throwing up gang signs, half gang signs and half not signs. When he's doing all of this, he's calling plays and changing plays as Coach Prime is saying, nah, let's not do that. Let's do this. Coach Prime controls the game overall, clock and everything. OCs and DCs, he controls them. I like what you're doing. I hear the play that's calling. Okay, let me preempt that. I don't like that. Let's do something else. That's Coach Prime. So no, Coach Prime doesn't call the plays, but he's on channel 1 on the walkie-talkies, and he's listening. As the play comes in, he knows what's about to go on. And if he doesn't like it, he says no. He's responsible for all of that. That's what the head coach does. He lives on channel 1 with the other coaches. So they're talking. This is not just like, oh, no, Coach Prime goes to sleep. He goes home. They call the plays, and then everything that happens falls on them. No, it's Coach Prime. It falls on Coach Prime because he can preempt. He can say, no, we can't do that. So that's what happens. So I know as a walkie man, if I go on channel 1 where the director and the producers live, if I go on channel 1 and I start talking crap about this person and that person, I get fired. I'm done. Harry B, come see me. The AD would be like, the AD's my guy. He's an assistant director. He'd be like, yo, Harry B, come see me. You out. I'm going to see you on the next movie, though. Hit me up because I know you're a good dude. Come, you're out, but go. I'll see you next time. I don't want to bore you. But communication is happening fast. So a lot of the decisions, you got to also understand, a lot of the conversation is going fast. The game is a fast game. It's happening fast. So Coach Prime is making some decisions on the fly. Sometimes, does he trust that look? Does he trust this look? Sometimes you don't really know what's happening because you're on ground level. Okay? When I went to the stadium, like, we're on ground level. Half of the time, I had no idea. I'm asking other people, what just happened? And then the celebration that you celebrate when you're watching the game on TV is not the same celebration in the stadium, because half of the time when you're in the stadium, you don't know what's happening. When it happens, and you're like sometimes we celebrate touchdowns late in the stadium, okay, because we don't know what's happening. So when you're a coach and you're coaching in your ground level, things are happening, moving fast, and you don't even know what's happening. So sometimes You don't even know, like, the coaches don't know what's happening sometimes. So it's not always the coach's fault. All right? Because they have to know what's happening. Somebody has to be reminding them, oh no, this just happened. That just happened. So that's why I'm responsible on this channel, so that I don't say, oh no, that was what you're seeing. You at this event, you are at a strong advantage. They are at a significant disadvantage from the fans. That's why we got to caution the fans. Hey, listen, guys, we're watching. We have a bird's eye view. We have a strong vantage point. Okay, we have a strong vantage point from what they're seeing. The stadium vantage point is different. All right. So we got to be very careful on how we cast judgments, because we're like, oh, why did he see that? Why did he see that? It ain't the same. Let's just put it out there. It's not the same. And if you don't trust me, you don't believe me, go to a game in the stadium. Go to a game and make sure you choose the 50-yard line and a little higher, so you can see everything that's going on. Even at that point, you will still not see everything that's going on. You will still be missing stuff. And keep in mind, the coach is not at your level. The coach is lower. The coach is lower than all of the stadium seats. He's on the ground. Unless you're like an 8-foot tall coach and you can see everything that's going on, you're on the bottom. You're watching the game from the lenses, like the same lens of Bucky. So when you see Bucky's footage, that's what Coach Prime is seeing. So he can't see everything. Anyway, I don't want to bore y'all. All right, so what do you say? I'm off next week. TLP, I'll reach out so we can debate live. You need real-time rebuttals. Yes, please. Come on, let's go. Put this up. I'm gonna make sure I put this up so everybody can see. Oh boy. Oh boy. I promise you this ain't what you want. And you're gonna end up agreeing with me anyways. Because we got what is kindred spirit? You're gonna end up agreeing with me. We're gonna have a kumbaya. I'm gonna kill you with stats and truth. And then we're gonna end up having a kumbaya. Like, all right, you're right. All right. That's what we're gonna end up saying. I'm gonna either agree with you or you're gonna agree with me, and then we're gonna be then the show's gonna be boring then from there on, because all we're doing is just agreeing, and that ain't good. We need MSNBC and we need Fox. Okay, that's what I want. I want MSNBC and Fox. Okay, so it ain't no good show if it's just MSNBC and CNN. Okay, that's just no. We can't be agreeing. We both want to see you to win, so it's all good. Yeah. Come with some heat. Come on, Shante. Don't cop out now. Don't do that. Don't chicken out now. Bring the heat. keep that energy. You don't want this. Oh, guys, I'm done. Oh man, let me let y'all go, man. Look, it's like 5:00. When did I start this stream? I wasn't supposed to go for 2 hours and 38 minutes. Oh, it's on? You better come ready. Google as much as you can. I'm just gonna let you know. Google your heads off, whatever you gotta do. Google as much as you can and make sure you're ready. Because you're dealing with a dude that's been doing this since December. Next month, I'm 1 year old. This channel, putting videos on this channel will be 1 year old. If you check my channel stats, I've been on longer. But putting videos on here would be 1 year old December next month. I'm good. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of yours, man. You're impressing me. So I'm also a fan too. So you start a channel, it's gonna blow up. You're very knowledgeable. So I give you that. But that's all I give you. I gotta save the rest because we got a debate. So I can't be nice to you yet. Oh boy. Dylan should be in good. Doc said, Dr. Daniel says, Dylan should be in game in dual RB run sets. As a slot receiver running quick slants. Oh, don't say nothing about no slots. That, I need to study your nuggets. I ain't studying nothing. Just come with it. Just come get ready. Like you said, the rebuttal the live rebuttal it hits a little differently. Okay, you can be in the daggone comments thinking you dropping nuggets until you talk to me live. It's gonna hit a little different. I just want to get you ready. Just like we thinking that we know better than these coaches. It hits a little different when Ryan Stubbs gets in there thinking he can play. When he sees Shedeur making mistakes, he finds out real quick it hits a little different than when you actually get in the game or when you actually have to coach. Buffs Attack 21 says, Ashante, don't do it because everything he's saying is right. He been there from the beginning of time. And I've been with him. I've been in from the beginning of time. Are you giving me a slide vote of confidence, Buffs Attack? It sounds a little underhanded, but it sounds like you with me. Oh, man. You guys are too fun, man. You guys are the only ones that I can come on here and I can have a 2 hour and 40-something minute chat with y'all. And we have fun. Y'all know some people unsubscribed yesterday, right? Dang, they didn't like the fact that we lost. Oh, I got them back. I was at 4:11 when I went to sleep. I woke up to 4:08. I was like, what is this? What did I do? What did I say? Did y'all unsubscribe because see you lost? What did I do? Leave me alone. I'm running a channel here. It ain't my fault they lost. How you unsubscribing because they lost? That ain't my fault, bro. I can't help that. They don't take my advice. I say run the ball. They only run the ball 8% of the time. They pass 90. What's the math? 92%. They pass 92%. Run the ball 8%. If you lose, if I'm giving you good advice on this channel, if I'm telling you Colorado is really good, if you're not listening to me when I tell you that we have one of the elite teams in college football, y'all think I'm capping. Y'all think, okay? Y'all think I'm capping. I'm not capping. But remember, as I close out this chat or as I close out this live, I want y'all to remember this. When an analytical person like myself make proclamations, it's based on certain criteria being met. If I make a proclamation and I say, based on these criteria, and y'all see on the screen, those criteria are not being met, you cannot come back to my channel and then put these words up, these phrases. This did not age well. All right? Y'all keep coming back to my channel. People are literally going into my channel, into my old videos. And I'm talking about videos that I posted like 5 months ago. And they're talking about, this did not age well. And I'm like, I said that 5 months ago. But this is based on them meeting specific criteria of football that I'm prescribing. I prescribe specific criteria for football to happen. Okay? If they're not meeting that and they refuse to do that, then you can't blame my proclamation being wrong. You can't blame me for my proclamation being wrong. If they're not meeting my criteria, what am I supposed to do? I don't coach the team. I don't run the team. They're not meeting my specific criteria. And that's why I can stand on saying that this is one of the best teams in college football. And I can put my word on that and I can prove it. Kavosiey Smoke is proving it. He said we could have been undefeated. If Kavosiey Smoke is saying we could have been undefeated, what do you think I've been saying? I know this team is a 10-win team. The least was going to be 8-4. The least. You run one time, you lose 5 yards, and you telling me, did we not try it? Did you not see that? Yeah, you only ran one time. That's not how this works. That's my criteria. If you're not running the ball, you're one-dimensional, You think these guys they're gonna lose their job after this? Coach Prime, you good. You good because you're Coach Prime for at least how many more years? You're not losing your job. Ray George does not want the heat of firing you. Ray George don't want this smoke. You're not gonna be the guy that fires Coach Prime. You're gonna politely ask him to leave. You will not be able to fire Coach Prime. When you got stuff like this, Ray George would not be able to fire Coach Prime, even if he has to. He will ask him to please just say, Coach Prime, can you please just leave? For my health, I am an old white man. I can't. Coach Prime, I'm an old white guy. I've been doing this for a long time. I can't fire you. You know who you got behind you. You know your army. I can't fire you. I will not live to see the day if I fire you. So can you please just say, I'm leaving, and then I'll put out a statement to say, hey, Coach Prime has decided to go to another team, and we respect this decision, blah, 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 blah. You can't fire Coach Prime. Okay? So, Coach Prime has the key to the kingdom. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, Coach Prime is not going somewhere where somebody's going to have the upper hand on him. When he says, I like to solve problems, I need to be in the driver's seat where you don't have one on me and I know that I'm good. Coach Prime is not going to be one of those coaches that's fired. I just want you to know there's going to be coaches that's fired all around him, but he would not be a head coach in college football that gets fired unless he does something egregious that is just like is way off. And we know that that's not going to happen. The scandals, get caught having sex with a staffer in the lunchroom. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Like, I don't know. Like, I know one thing. I'm going to get a lot of views if that ever happens. Okay, now I'm being silly. All right, but it's got to be some type of scandal before you fire Coach Prime. But we know he's a man of integrity. He's a man of God, and he tries his best, okay? So it's going to be very hard to fire Coach Prime. But at the end of the day, man, coaches are going to be getting fired from left and right. Left and right, coaches are going to be getting fired because they're not doing their job. So what do we us as fan base, we're looking for answers. Coach Prime, why are you not running the ball? Coach Prime, why is this? When Shedeur leaves, when Shedeur gets out of the game, you'll see how they start running football. They'll start running the ball through the system the way that it's supposed to be ran. But right now, you're just trusting one aspect of the game. You're trusting the fact that Shedeur can pass very well. And you don't want to trust that the run game can really help Shedeur more than what you're doing. If you start running, if you establish the run, Shedeur can be in the Heisman conversation because he'll be winning so many games. Y'all will win so many games that Shedeur's name will be in the Heisman talk. All right? So, anyways, what did you say? I needed black seed oil or something like that. My sinuses are acting up. My nose is starting to run. I've been on here way too long. I do want to make it to 3 hours. It's 2 minutes and 48 seconds. But I don't want to milk it. Let me go. The boosters say again, those boosters can get him out if they're. The boosters can't get him out. I promise you. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know why Coach Brown got those cameras. Maybe y'all don't know why Coach Prime has his online army. Maybe y'all don't understand the gravitas of the online army. Booster. There's only one way to put this in my Liberian English. Booster, my man. Booster. I dare you to booster Coach Prime. See you the next day. See you will have to close their door. The amount of videos saying see you is trash. See you will not survive it. Those cameras, Shantae, I'm telling you. Y'all don't understand what those cameras are for. man, y'all know every time I make a video, I laugh like this, but then I have to cut it out because because you can't really laugh when you're not on camera. Oh man, I cut out all the laughters. I try to keep some of the laughters just to make it feel like I'm talking to you live, but I cut out some of the laughing. But those cameras, all right, those cameras are multi-purpose cameras. In case you didn't know that. You said no, money talks, bro. Yeah, money talks. If you want to lose the money, CU ain't got it like that. When they came, when Coach Prime came, CU said, we ain't got the money, but we're gonna find it. Fire Coach Prime. And let's test it. Fire Coach Prime. And let's see if your boosters can keep you. With the online army that's gonna, like, including myself, that's gonna be making videos. Let's see if they can survive that. Test it. Test my gangster. Test those cameras. Yo. Test Coach Prime's cameras. Let's see what happens. I can't, yo. Oh, guys, it's been fun. Hypothetically, what is more important to Coach Prime, to go 12-0, or if Shedeur win the Heisman and is a top 5 first pick? I guess that's a good question, because I don't know that you go 12-0 and Shedeur doesn't win the Heisman. Those two things they got to cancel each other out. Because I don't think you want to hear Coach Prime's mouth if Shedeur doesn't win the Heisman and they go 12-0 in their first season. So if he doesn't win the Heisman and they go 12-0, Coach Prime is going to lose it. So they go 12-0. Shedeur is the god of college quarterbacks. He wins the Heisman. His stock as a first round pick skyrockets to number 1. So everything you're saying answers itself, if that makes sense. So you're answering your own question, per se, because it's impossible to get one and not the other. Yeah, there's no way. Like, we beat TCU and Shedeur's. We gave the Heisman to Shedeur. Like, Coach Prime went on there and gave the Heisman to Shedeur and Travis Hunter. We beat TCU. So so that's it. Early. That's a no-brainer. But I think, if to answer your question, I think what's more important is but let's say Washington goes 12-0 and that QB has better stats than Shedeur. So if everybody goes 12-0, then who plays in the finals? So what is more important, CP to CP, the money or control? The questions are being answered within the question. With the money gives you the control brings the money. So I don't think you can have one without the other. So I would say yes to that question. The best way to answer that question for Coach Prime is yes. Because you can't have one without the other. You give him control, he's gonna dominate, because his way works. It hasn't put up W's yet. He's still trying to figure that out. But don't bet against Coach Prime. I'm just gonna warn any betting person, anybody making money this year on Coach Prime losing, You got lucky. I'm just going to let y'all know. If you're making any money this year betting against Coach Prime, you got lucky. You just can't. You can't bet against him. He's going to find a way to get his way, and he's going to win. Whether he wants to run this year or not, we're closing, Jonathan. We're closing out we're closing. Oh, the topic is actually, it was Kavosiey Smoke, but right now we're talking about. I'm answering the Dr. Daniel's question about what's most important. So, I think if you bet against Coach Prime, like, y'all can lick your chops all you want this year. It's cool. We got 5 more minutes, so why not just take it to three hours? All of the detractors and the people that are coming from the JSU situation and saying Coach Prime is going to suck, even though he's already overachieved. And I ain't going to lie to you, any other coach in this instance, Rick George got to start thinking to fire this coach, because we didn't bring you here to win 4 games. I'm just going to put it out there. We win 1-12. We didn't come to win 4 games. This is the reality of coaches that are bring in to change a program. We win 1-11 last year. Winning 4 games is unacceptable. I don't know if y'all want to take that the wrong way. You can, but ain't nobody giving you millions of dollars to come and win 4 games. The Texas A&M coach, he was a winning coach, and he's out of there. If you don't believe me, okay? If you don't believe me, he's out of there. This has nothing to do with feelings. I want you to know this is strictly business. All right? Now, it's Coach Prime. Coach Prime has been given the keys to the kingdom, and he's going to turn it around. That's why I'm saying don't bet against him. But any other coach, they're going to give him a little bit more leash, a little bit more room to do whatever you got to do. But if we come and lay another egg next year, what do you think is supposed to happen? If you're a business person, what do you think you're supposed to do? Coach Prime has changed the culture in Boulder, has brought in millions of dollars. He ain't going nowhere. But I want you to understand the business aspect of what's going on. All right? So if changes are not made, it can go south quickly. But if you bet against Coach Prime, he's going to have his way. Next year, yeah, Shedeur might break a lot of records passing. But I just hope they run the ball. They're gonna win a lot of games next year. This might not age well, but Coach Prime can have his way. Like, he's very stubborn, and his way has worked. So that's why I'm not betting against him, because whatever he's doing, whatever he's done in his life, it has worked. But I'm just gonna caution him as a football fan, Coach Prime. You know that you had whatever you wanted this year, you could have gotten if you just ran the ball. Like, did you not understand that you could have gotten that? You had the team. It was right there. All you had to do at Stanford, was run the ball. After the second half, you were up 229-0. Do you know that you get 3 first downs and the game is over? Like, bruh, you came out at Stanford passing the ball when you were up 29-0. If you just run the ball the rest of the game, even on 4th down, you run it. If you just run the ball the rest of the game at Stanford, that second half, they can't score that much to come and catch you and then pass you. But you kept throwing the ball. I'm like, did you not, like, wasn't that easy? I'm like, am I missing something? In college football, you're up 29, you're still passing. All right. But I still can't bet against that guy. He's a winner. He's gonna find a way to win. All right. Losers find ways to lose, and winners find ways to win. That's why You cannot bet against a natural born winner. All right? You don't know what you're talking about. That's all night, Raymond. Raymond, that's all night. I don't know anything. I'm from Africa. I'm uneducated. I don't know football. And I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. So, with that being said, guys, I really appreciate you. Here we go with running the ball. All right, Shantae, hit me up. Hit me up. Raymond, I don't know what I'm talking about. See you, Buffs Attack. Buffs Attack 21. Salute to you, Truth. Try that Texas Truth. Salute to you. Thank you for joining me. Jonathan Hawk. Salute to you. I want to cover 2 Harmony. Thank you so much. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this live and for making this channel special for me. I tried it, it worked, and you guys have made it special for me. So I want to thank you. Next month we're going to be 1 year, and I'm still growing. I'm still trying to get it to a place. I can't know what I'm talking about, and I'm still wrong. Oh my God. Take care of yourself, TLP. Yo, appreciate you, Doc. Take care, man. Keep fighting that good fight. Even they won't listen to you for education. Keep fighting that good fight, man. The good is always going to win out. Guys, I want to salute you. I want to say thank you for joining me on this live. You know who I am. I'm Harry B. And what I just gave you was the Liberian perspective, okay? Thank you so much, everyone. Shantae, I'll see you. Jonathan Hawk, thank you. Everyone, Raymond, even thank you for telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. Public school education is bad, but salute, Wild Dog. You been here all this time? Wild Dog, salute. You probably came in late. Salute, everybody. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you for making this channel special and keeping it truth, okay? We can debate, we can fight, but I always know that you guys got my back. Skull Buffs. Peace, guys. I'm out. TLP Sports Club. Blah.